Hello everyone. Hello. How are you doing? I hope my sound is okay. Lera has done a stupid thing and she messed with her sound again. And now she must pay because it's always the same shit, but I did it anyway. Hello. Hello Lane, hello Alex, hello Far Sky, hello Zephan, hello Alexify, how are you guys? So it seems fine, okay. I tried getting a new pop filter because, well, I don't have a pop filter, so I tried getting a pop filter. But it doesn't, like, I have to get rid of the sponge that I have on the microphone to put it on because it doesn't work with the sponge. But I like the sponge, so now I'm like, I must sacrifice one of those things. Hello, and me as well. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend? Kind of. Weekend / beginning of the week. Is Duck Friend punching me, Lane? Why would you do this? You have a sponge on your mic? Well, you know there's this like spongy thing you're gonna put on a microphone. I think it's like reduces noise, but also it makes me feel safe about the microphone because, well, you know, on the off chance that, which never happens, I drop it. But that never happened before. But you know, in case it does, it could cushion the blow a little. No, not like a real sponge. Yeah, I got the dishwasher sponge on my microphone. Just how badly do you guys think of my setup? Just how poor is Lera's VTuber setup in your opinion? You guys are like, yeah, Lera's like streaming from a cardboard box. Honestly, it's possible. Hello, Boris. Gonna try and lurk, but work has been nice today. No worries. It's okay. Do what you gotta do. It's been kind of a wild week. I'm surviving. I assume everything's being held together with duct tape. Do you mean duct tape? because ducks? Lots of duct tape. Stop! Why are two of you saying the same thing? There has some kind of tree branches. I have a very nice mic stand. It cost me like $5. Alright, this guru's graduating. Don't really know how to feel about it. I was great. How are you? I did hear the news. I woke up. Oh my god. I'm so embarrassed. I saw the announcement, but it was like at 3 AM for me, like the actual stream. And I woke up in the middle of the night to like go to the bathroom and I was like, you know what, might as well check it out. So I took my phone and I watched the recording and then I heard the result. I was like, yep, that's what I thought, and I went back to sleep. $5. You know what? I actually invested a lot into the channel this month. Flips my hair in like a really cool way. Like actually I have been investing some big money into the channel. You guys will see. And then you will be sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel really sad about like corporate graduations anymore. The kind where it's their own decision. I do feel really sad. I think it's really fucked up when they do terminations and stuff like that just kind of happen really suddenly. But the kind where they leave on their own, it's just that like everybody acts like the person has died. And everybody cries, and everybody's like, it's the end. And then they come back and with a new VTuber model and a new account like a week later. So it's been a little bit like, I don't know, I think maybe I'm growing a little bit numb to it as well because it just keeps happening. How much money we're talking? You know, they say don't count our people's money. For some people, $30 is a lot for Sky, okay? But I think for Gura, it's like, because she doesn't stream that much, right? I'm sorry, I really don't watch her. I feel for a lot of people it's very emotional because she introduced a lot of people to VTubing and to Hololive, right? She was kind of like a big, like really, she was really mainstream, right? And she really like brought a lot of audience into it. But I actually was really into Hololive just before Meave debuted, so I already knew them and I was really into them before the English generation. So I don't really have that kind of attachment to it. Don't get me wrong, I would still be really sad, and it is sad to see them leave, but I don't know, I feel like if it's their own decision, honestly, let them. And like, I feel like the corporations, they're kind of in an awkward spot now, no? Because if you're big enough to be in Hololive, I low-key feel like there's no point in sharing revenue with them. Because you're already good enough to be in Hololive, but the standards are so high, right? But then for smaller companies, honestly, they just keep fucking closing, man. So I feel like it's like super awkward to be corpo right now. I feel like you're either just doing really well for yourself or you've got like a year until your company closes. I feel like for a lot of Hololive girls, it literally makes sense to just grab their audience and keep all the revenue in the future. It's a bad year for corporations. Honestly, is that really the worst thing? Because I feel like corporations, like some of them are good. I feel like there's definitely good opportunities that come with it. But there's also, like, if you're not careful and you join one that doesn't have that much of a reputation yet, it can be a real mess. I feel like, honestly, some people are so brave joining brand new companies that they don't really know much about, because honestly, like, you know, you have to be really brave to pioneer one of those things. I feel like Hololive English, they definitely pioneered, like, you know, the English side of VTubing, which is great. And they did absolutely amazing. I mean, that whole Meave generation was incredible. But, you know, it's been like 5 years now or something, right? It's just like, you know, you can't expect them to be doing it forever, I guess. And they're so big. And Gura was huge. I mean, she was barely streaming and she was still so huge, you guys. And I feel like she's gonna be fine now. Like, if she like was in a bad mental state, I don't really know that much about her or any of the details, but I feel like sometimes it's just time for you to go. You know, it's a bit like leaving a job, right? It's sad to leave your colleagues and stuff, but if you've got something better, like a better job or something like that, you should go for it. And honestly, I feel like it's a lot of pressure to be Gura as well. It must be a lot of pressure to be her because, you know, she's the most subscribed VTuber like ever, right? And it's just like, it's crazy to suddenly become this famous, I think. It's a lot. So honestly, if she takes a break, then good. If she comes back as like a, you know, old account, new account, whatever, and she's happy again, then good for her as well. So yeah. She wasn't ready for that many eyes on her. Yeah, I mean, you know, like when I feel like because they were the first Hololive members as well. Well, first Hololive English members, right? They just didn't know what to expect, right? They didn't know how, you know, if it was gonna last. They didn't know what kind of audience to expect. They didn't know any of that. I feel like now if you join Hololive, you have certain expectations. You probably know how many people you're gonna have at your debut, right? You will probably know how many subscribers on average your channel is going to have. You will probably kind of expect certain numbers. You will probably expect certain like things from it. You know, you will know what kind of projects you will be doing, right? But I feel like back when they were just starting out, I don't like, obviously there was some kind of contract and stuff, but I don't think they fully knew exactly what they were signing up for. It was so new at the time. So yeah, honestly, It makes me sad when they leave, but if it's for the best, then it's for the best. You know how it is. But yeah, I'm sorry to any Gura fans though. I know it's been like pretty rough. I know I mean, I always hear people complain that she doesn't stream that much, so I don't know. Maybe she does need a break, who knows? They felt like 50k subs instead Gura hit 1 million in no time. Yeah, like because she's literally the most like subscribed VTuber still to this day. Oh yeah, and the fact that they have to ask permissions for every single game they play, that would drive me crazy. Imagine the Lera indecisiveness and the Lera like limited schedule, and then also on top of that I have to ask permissions for every game. Like it would be so over. You're pretty sad if you join Hololive now. I kind of think so too, but I feel like there's just so much involved in being in Hololive. Like a lot of them are citing disagreements with management, right? And like I feel like that's like a scary thing, but I also just feel like it's not the same company a lot of them joined back in the day. Because I feel like back in the day, being in Hololive just basically meant you play video games. Like, you know, there's a few projects, recordings, whatever. But I feel like these days they're super idol focused. And that's not for everyone, right? I can't be in Hololive. Like, there's no way I could ever do dancing lessons, you guys. Like, oh my fucking god. I know I could not do like the voice acting and the dancing and performing on a gigantic ass stage. Like, can't do that. Like, definitely not something that I'm capable of. Lera would never get to play The Last of Us with co-op. I think they're allowed to play The Last of Us because I've seen some Hololive members play The Last of Us though. It's okay. It's okay, it's permitted. Pregnancy? I'm not pregnant! It's a VTuber child, speaking of. Do you guys wanna... We will continue this conversation, but do you guys wanna see? Oh, thank you much for 21 months membership! Kichi, thank you. And you have a Minami as well. Look! Aren't they beautiful? Can you guys... I'm curious if you guys can, like, look at this and be like, something is wrong. What is missing here, guys? Can you guess what is missing on this VTuber model? Can you guys tell? Because for me, I've been looking at this and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Congrats on the preganante. I am not pregnant. What are you talking about? I stopped being heavily invested when Rushia was fired. That, you see, that was a blow for me. Because she was one of my personal favorites. She was like actually, she was the one that got me into Hololive, like before the EN thing. And then that like whole thing happened with her later on, and I was like, wow. What the hell do I do with an Android now? Anybody wants it, I'll sell it to you. So go on eBay, selling my problematic VTuber Android. Please buy. Please purchase it. Please. But yeah, if you guys haven't figured it out, there's no pointy eyelashes here. This VTuber doesn't have pointy eyelashes. Doesn't it feel weird? Gasp. Doesn't it feel wrong? I don't know. It feels strange to me, but it's gonna be way easier to rig the eyes this way. Let's be for real. My okay, this model doesn't count. This model, like the one I have right now, it doesn't count because I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, but I'm a bit better at rigging the eyelashes now, but it's still a pain. But this model, do not use it as an example. Pointy eyelashes, RIP. They're adopted! They're not adopted! What the fuck? Oh god. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wear my glasses. There you go. So yeah, I don't know, for me, I was actually personally really sad during... So while I was on break, Pixel-Link, they just all went... Like the whole company went under. And I was really sad about that personally. Because I really liked Pixel-Link actually. And it was so sudden, and I was in the middle of my depressive episode, and I was like, couldn't you have fucking waited? Couldn't you waited like a tiny bit? Why now? Okay, that's horrible, Live2d. Why would you do this? Please don't... Oh, don't make me draw this on my own. I guess I'm gonna have to. We'll see. So yeah, I don't know. It just kind of made me like realize nobody's safe. I feel like the small companies, they're... I don't know. I feel like corporate YouTubing is in a really, really awkward spot right now because the requirements to join something like HoloLive are way too high, right? I mean, someone at my level would never even dream of making it in, right? I mean, I know they say stuff like, oh, you know, you don't have to be huge or whatever, but it's a little bit, right? Because like they wouldn't know that you're actually able to handle a big audience, right? And I think also having like a certain audience is definitely proof to them that you're doing something right. So I feel like to some point, you know, it just kind of adds that like credibility to your application. They have a dinosaur girl, Chio and Wisu were my favorites. And neither of them kept their IPs, so yes, I do follow them now. So Pixel-Link, I guess it was kind of nice that they were open about it. They actually linked all of their like past lives / new accounts after they graduated. So I was able to find them both, no problem. But it was like, I don't know, it was really weird. I feel like with like small companies, honestly, like I'm gonna be so for real. Like I wish I wasn't saying this, but you've got like a year at most. Maybe like a year, maybe 2 years if I'm being generous, to like gain certain traction there. You know, like do okay for yourself. And then when it inevitably closes, you grab your audience and you go. You grab the audience and the connections that you've made while you were there. You take all of that and you... and you start again, I guess, basically. But at least you've got all that stuff you gained while you were corpo. I just like, I don't know, man. The more I see all of those like small companies releasing like 2 free generations and then dying, the more I'm like, yep. Another one. I feel like people are becoming really kind of numb to the whole thing as well. I feel like at this point people are like, oh, another company closes. Who were these people again? Like have some Gilmore Girl news. Hell yeah. I wished a bit at work and noticed Suki looked familiar. I know why. She was in Mike and Molly. I think she's like a fairly famous actress because I think she played in like a few comedies from what I know. I know for sure one comedy I've seen with her. When she commits identity fraud. Like the queen she is. But yeah, I think like a bunch of the actors there like they later on had like pretty good acting careers after. You know, there's a reference to Gilmore Girls in Supernatural. I had no idea because Sam from Supernatural plays Dean. Confusing, I know. And there's like a reference where they're at a movie studio in Supernatural. I saw a clip of it on Instagram or something, and this woman is like giving a guided tour and she's like, and here they shot the TV show Gilmore Girls. Who knows? Maybe we'll even come across one of the actors. And Sam is like, let's go, we're leaving. And he just like walks away. I grew up when a company would bit better. At least then no serious money would be lost, and it does take off. You can make a company. That's kind of what Demipack did. One of my like VTuber friends runs it. They started off as a group, but they're like kind of turning corporate now, little by little. I'm pretty sure. I don't exactly know the details. I'm supposed to be working there, but I really don't. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I'm a freeloader. Like they got me on there as staff, but I don't do anything for them because I'm just so fucking busy all the time, and I feel really bad. But technically I work there. Not really, like obviously, you know, they don't got me as like a official employee. I promise there's no money laundering or tax fraud happening, but like I technically kind of supposed to be working there, I just don't. Hello Ben, thanks for the drawing, you're welcome. Thank you for the commission. Oh god, I locked it. I finally got... I have just 2 commissions right now, including the one I'm doing right now. But didn't this happen? I was read a loop on the Lera lore. That was ages ago though. I haven't posted it on Twitter. No, I've been way too busy. Like, I kind of agreed to help them out, but I've been way too busy. So, like, no contribution towards Project Demipact has been from me, alright? Like, please don't think that anything that they have ever achieved in any way had me involved in it. You know, I can't take credit for anything. I did not do shit. But Lucy is very hardworking, so it all goes to her. I'm terrible at advertisement and I don't talk a lot, so I could never work for a VTubing company. I mean, obviously, right, I guess it depends on what your role is. Let us do shout out about. I'm supposed to be like one of the artists, but I literally haven't done anything for them. I'm supposed to be like one of their like artists who like you know, like when they need anything, I'm supposed to be there too. But I'm never there. I'm so fucking busy. I like I had to like because I was supposed to be on like a pretty big project as well. When was that? Like end of last year, beginning of this year, I was supposed to be on like a pretty decent project as well, but I just told them not Demipack, it was something else. I was like, look, my life is a mess right now. Honestly, like I don't know if maybe I would even make some money from this, but I can't do it. Like, I would rather just spend the time doing my hobbies right now when I'm furry. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm not on payroll. They do not pay me. I just want to say this, right? I don't want people to be like, oh, Lera does nothing and that nobody is paying me anything. They would be paying me if I was actually like doing work, I'm pretty sure, but I promise I'm not a tax write-off or something. I swear that's not the case. When no, Lera was the mastermind behind the scenes, I was not. Please. I should have never said this. But yeah, the problem with VTuber groups though... Okay, there's like a lot of VTuber groups actually out there, like, you know, you see them all pop up on Twitter and stuff like that. For those as well, I give them like a couple months and then they all start fighting with each other. I'm gonna be so honest with you, like, it is rough out there, you guys. Like, especially like when we had like the big VTuber boom happening. Everybody was forming like VTuber groups and they were all disbanding like so fucking quickly. It's not even funny. I can't be in a VTuber group either because I'm not like social enough for that shit. I don't talk to anybody in the space like at all. As soon as money's involved, things go bad quick. Yeah, that is definitely true. But the VTuber groups I don't think they had money involved. I just think they just like weren't like just getting along in general. Okay. I don't know if this will actually be any good, but you know, we will see. I honestly prefer being unemployed personally. Yeah, where are you gonna get money? Where are you gonna get money? I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of like a concept of VTuber companies because I think it's nice to have, like a manager and like resources, because I feel like a good thing about companies that is, you know, kind of, like a good advantage that you could have is definitely connections, right? Because once you're a corporate VTuber, you see it all the time, right? The corporate VTubers, even from different companies, as long as, you know, their companies are like on decent terms, they interact with each other a lot, right? So like I feel like once you're corporate, like a bunch of like other corporate VTubers are going to be like all replying to you and being like, oh my god, bestie. So I feel like it's a really good like networking kind of thing, right? But I don't know. It's complicated. Everything is so complicated. People were doing it for the popularity during the boom instead of for themselves. Yeah, that is definitely true. I feel like a lot of people kind of in general did VTubing during the boom just because they had nothing better to do, right? I mean, a bunch of people, once like COVID has ended, a bunch of people graduated, and that's not their fault. You know, it's totally fine to do something as a hobby for a while and then, you know, be like, oh, well, I don't want to do it anymore. I can't even blame them for that. But yeah, it was kind of, I feel like a lot of people just didn't really, I don't know, didn't really take it that seriously. It really was never that serious, to be honest. Like, let's be for real. But I feel like a lot of people had like certain expectations out of VTubing. When it was booming, they were like, oh yeah, everybody's doing it and it's like doing so well, so I'm automatically gonna be famous. But that's just not how it works. Problem with small corporations is that they don't have a full grasp of everything that entails running a business. Yeah, I mean, they're all startups, right? I feel like the thing with small corporations is that if you're joining it, if you're brave enough to join it, you have to be prepared for the fact that you are basically like the founder, right? Like if you're one of like the first generations that they're releasing, you're gonna have to be doing some like extra work for them just because you're one of the first people to ever be doing this, right? You know, it's not like this already established system like Hololive where, you know, they've done so many generations and you know exactly what to expect and you know you're gonna have your like dedicated managers or whatever and you're gonna be doing these specific things and you expect this many viewers. It's the same as when Hololive was founded, right? I mean, they had their first VTubers who were also basically, you know, doing a lot of extra work just to get the company running, get it, you know, its name out there, right? I'm sorry, but they're gonna have to be bold for a little bit while I rig the face, so don't get too spooked by this, but unfortunately it just has to happen. I also just learned like last night that Live2d has a dark mode, by the way. I had no idea that was a thing. So now my eyes will no longer burn after working in this software for like an hour, which is great. But yeah, you know, and a lot of Hololive girls, they say that they were like this close to quitting. A lot of them, like a lot of the original Hololive girls, they all admitted, yeah, I was this close to quitting. Yeah, I almost left. Yeah, I didn't think it was going anywhere, right? I mean, it's a big risk. And if it survives long enough, it might become Hololive. And, you know, they all placed their bets on it and they definitely won. But I feel like in a lot of cases, that's just not going to happen. And, you know, so many companies just went under in the past couple of years. So, you know, it's kind of, are you willing to take this risk? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that a lot of these VTubers that work at small companies, I really don't think they're doing it full time. And that's kind of it for me personally. Maybe I'm entitled as fuck, But I would never join a VTuber company unless I know that this is going to be my paycheck, like my full paycheck that will pay my rent, because I just don't see the point. Because then if I have my job and then I also do is VTubing for a company, that's like I have 2 full-time jobs now. I'm not gonna work 2 full-time jobs like that, right? That's insane. So, you know, you're gonna have to be willing to maybe see where it goes. And like personally, I know I'm not willing to make that sacrifice, but you know, the earlier you join, I guess the easier it might potentially be to join. The later it is, the more successful the company is, the harder it will be to join. So do you want to take that risk and maybe join while you can? And maybe it will go somewhere, but maybe not. Who knows? Just making bold. No. Big forehead, big forehead. I'm only gonna manage to rig probably like the face. I don't know. We'll see. I have a guide image here that I made. I like never use guide images. We're gonna try doing something like this, but better. But better, guys, I promise. Can I move this? Can I move guide images? I should be able to, right? Yes, okay, there you go. So we'll place it somewhere around here. Sorry, I know it looks like really weird, but I'm gonna be so for real with you. I like never do this. I usually just eyeball it, but I was thinking about it and I was like, maybe I shouldn't eyeball my VTuber models anymore. So let's see. Let's see if this pays off. I can barely like see it though. Let me see. It's part of the reason I don't stream much, because I already work 12 hours and coming home to stream doesn't look fun most of the time. Yeah, I completely understand, especially if you talk to people at your job and stuff like that. When you've done like a long shift, God, you know, you don't fucking want to go and then also be energetic and social on stream, because like streaming requires quite a lot of energy, right? It requires a lot of like socializing, you know, being able to like put on a happy face and be like, yeah, guys, I am so full of energy right now. Let's play Halo, right? You know, it's difficult. So I swear I know how to use Live2d, guys. Oh my god, it's been like 5 billion years. I feel so bad. Like I got so busy. I haven't really had that much time to work on this model, but I am dedicated to being able to finish it. Okay, I did not draw the mesh properly. I'm just now thinking about that, but that's okay. I'll correct it later. Guys, I know this looks fucked up, but I know what I'm doing. I've rigged multiple models before. But I really want to have this model done like within the next month. So that's my goal right now. I did give them a timeline. I was like, hey, this is how long it's going to take me, and I'm still within that. So it's fine. I kind of accounted being busy when I told them how long it might take me. Okay, I can't see what I'm doing anymore. You guys see this? I'm doing it in the wrong keyframe! Okay, never mind. I have forgotten how to rig. Okay, guys, hold up. Hold up. Oh my god, wait, hold up. Let me... Let me... Okay. Now I got this. I got too into my conversation about VTuber companies. I might be misremembering, but I read through the Bureau of Labor Statistics that 1 out of 5 of businesses fail in the US after 1 year. Oh yeah, I think that's like a very common statistics for like startup businesses and stuff like that. I know about a lot of restaurants as well, they say don't survive their like first year. Truly a master of her craft. Look. Look, I've rigged models before. Just slowly. I'm just a very... My trademark, my trade secret is that I do it really slowly and painfully. Okay, move the keyframe, Beva. I moved the keyframe, we're safe now. Probably. Also, like, the face mesh is not... like... it's not good. But I thought I drew an okay mesh. You see, this is why. This is why I have trust issues. Is it this mesh, too? Let me see. Okay, let's try this. I know this is not perfect either, but let's try it. Been playing a lot of Ghost Rifts recently. Why are you into Ghost all of a sudden, Lane? Is it because of me? Am I actually a positive influence on this world after all? I thought I was only a negative influence on this world. But clearly, now that people are going to find out just how amazing Ghost is, they're gonna be like, wow, Viva, thank you so much for introducing me to the best band I've ever heard in my life. Oh yeah, and entertainment companies. And you know, like, the VTuber market is so saturated. Like, that's the thing. And, you know, a lot of people don't really... Okay, I know I'm not the one to, like, say this technically because I'm very small, but I feel like a lot of people don't really know, like, what it actually takes to become, like, a bigger VTuber or, like, you know, a bigger content creator. The thing is, I sort of know what it takes, I'm just not, like, willing to do it. You gotta understand that a really good thing for, like, I don't know, if you're ever wondering, Lera, why doesn't your channel, like, really grow or anything? You know, you've been doing it for so long. You know, you have good thumbnails. You know, your audio's okay. I mean, it could be better, let's be for real. You know, your models are alright. What's going on? You see, children, you need to be consistent with your content, which I am not. Every day, Lera does something different. One day, she does an art stream. Another day, she does a video game. Another day, she does another video game that has nothing to do with the previous video game. I just don't have a genre over here. I feel like if I actually locked in and focused on one thing and did that one thing, I'd probably be doing much better, but I don't want to. I have too many hobbies. I have too many interests. And for me personally, the reason I started streaming was heavily in kind of like led by the fact that I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. I can combine all of my hobbies into this. I can do whatever the fuck I want all in one place without worrying to like flooding like my music channel, for example, or my art channel. You stream consistently though? I stream consistently, but I don't do consistent things. Like if you look at even at my videos, right? One day it's a cover. Another day it's a clip. Another day it's a fucking playthrough where I play for an hour and a half. And you know, obviously people are like, what is she doing? One day she's unboxing a fucking board game. Another day she's like, I don't fucking know what she's doing. Why she has an original song? She makes music? Who is this girl? Like, like, I feel like that's something a lot of people don't realize because they see really big streamers, right? Like, you know, once again, Hololive, right? And they see that Hololive are doing a lot of variety. And that works for Hololive because they're already really big and they can basically do anything and people are gonna watch it. But, I promise you, hello Gerardo, what's going on? I don't know, I'm just ranting about VTubing now, I guess. I don't really know how this happened, but that's what I'm doing now. I read the rules of the board game! We'll get to this later, okay? Let me go on this tangent. I feel like a lot of people based their like content, I don't know, plan, I guess, off of big VTubers. And the problem with that is the fact that, you know, they're already, like, I promise you that if you go, okay, don't do it obviously, but you know, I'm just saying, if you maybe followed like Hololive girl before she became Hololive, if you find out who a Hololive girl was before she joined Hololive or something like that, I promise you, she was probably doing something specific AF and she stuck to it. And that's how she built her audience. Like, she was probably either playing some specific game a lot, or she was doing a lot of music content specifically, like song covers or something like that. Like, she probably did something and she stuck to it. And that's how she grew herself to, like, you know, be worthy of Hololive, I guess, right? And I feel like a lot of people who join VTubing for the first time, like, you know, the indies that join the scene, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna do what my favorite Hololive girl does, and I'm gonna stream a variety of things. And one day I do an art stream, and another day I do a game stream, and another day I do this. But that's just, like, not how it works, because before that person became who they were probably doing something really fucking specific. My toxic trait is searching the Hololive members before Hololive. Ay ay ay. So inappropriate. The problem is getting the blessing of the algorithm. As you pop off, you can be a variety streamer. Yeah, I think so too, right? But the thing is, even in that case though, right? If you pop off for, let's just say for example, imagine my The Last of Us board game unboxing video blew up. It obviously didn't because my channel isn't consistent as fuck. But imagine it did, right? Obviously the logical solution for me to keep the channel going would be make more board game videos, make more... I'm a board game channel now. That literally would be what it takes for me to then, like, keep that audience that joined, stay consistent, you know, all of that, right? But I don't want to do that. But because I like doing a lot of things. That's just how I am, right? I'm ADHD as fuck. I'm not here to, you know, make big money. I'm here to overshare about all my hobbies, all the shit I like. This channel is basically for me like a dumping ground of everything I like and enjoy and want to do, right? And if some people check out all of it, that's amazing. I personally, I cannot comprehend how some people watch everything I do, because like there's literally no consistency to it at all. But I appreciate it either way, right? But you know, it's rough. If we have to pick a niche, can we vote for Puppet Veva? God fucking damn it. Yeah, I think another problem is definitely that I have a lot of models as well. But yeah, following my example further, right? If my unboxing The Last of Us board game video blows up, obviously a bunch of people subscribe to me, and all those people expect me, they're like, oh, I love her and like board game content. Let's say I even made a bunch of board game content for a while, and everyone expects board game content from my channel, right? That's what they want to see. But then one day I show up and I'm like, here's my depressing original song with rock instrumentals. I worked so hard on it. It's about how I want to kill myself. And they're like, what is going on here? Why is she trying to be a musician now? She should just stick to board. I subscribe for the board games, right? It's it just kind of like the truth, because I'm like that too. I know I'm like that. I know what I want to see on YouTube, and I kind of seek out those specific things. Sure, I watch like variety VTubers and variety streamers, but I'm like picky about what game I'm willing to watch them play, right? Most of the time. Obviously, if I have a favorite VTuber, like, of course, okay, I watch basically everything Rin Penrose does, for example, right? But even Rin is very consistent with what she does most of the time. Like, her main focus is things like, you know, skits, kind of like funny streams, like really random stuff. But like, her games are all pretty consistent. She likes to play, you know, like old like Nintendo games, like things like Wii games, right? If she one day streams like Dark Souls, I feel like that would be really out of character for her and her channel, right? Because you know, she pretty much knows what she wants to do. But that's just not the case with me. I want to play everything. Hi, Lera's mom. You're the best in creating the advanced 3D model of Lera. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I used to be hella specific once, but that time is long gone. Okay, but did you think that you were like doing really well at that time or not really? I think if you just did shorts, you'd pop off, but then you'd have to do shorts. But I don't know, even my shorts are inconsistent, right? Like, if you go look at my shorts right now, it's a mess in there too. Like, one day, it's an animation. My animated shorts do the best. I think if I really locked in and I just did animated shorts of, like, moments from my streams, I think I might actually, like, reach very decent levels of success. But like even my shorts are inconsistent because like one day it's an animation, another day it's a short song cover, another day it's just like, you know, a normal kind of edited clip from my stream where I play a game. Another day it's me doing pre-recorded like, you know, Rin Penrose style short where I talk about something, right? It's just, it's all over the place there too, right? So, you know, some of my shorts pop off, some of my shorts don't, and that's fine. That's what I expect because I know that I'm, you know, inconsistent as fuck. And YouTube just doesn't really know who to recommend my stuff to because they're like, what? What is she doing? Why is she unboxing a board game? Sorry I keep bringing that up as an example, but I think that's like by far one of the most inconsistent things I've done on my channel, which is why. I had to explain that to my partner because she's been stressed about viewership recently. Yeah, I understand the stress though, you know, sometimes you just like... Sometimes you just wanna like, you know, have a good stream where, you know, you feel like you have your audience, it feels good. It feels good not to stream to a wall, right? I'm not gonna pretend like, I'm completely fine with like not having any viewers or anything like that. Once again, I feel extremely privileged that I get the amount of viewers that I do with the content that I make, right? So, I don't know. It's complicated, but I feel like if you really have your kind of, you know, mind made up and you're like, I want to, you know, pop off, I want to make, you know, oh, maybe not like a full-time job, but some money off of my content, or like I wanna, you know, really have like a lot of viewers, I think you should really find one thing that works and you need to fucking stick to it. Which I am not willing to do, ever. Because I have too many hobbies! And I wanna do too many things, like I'm rigging Live2d today, for fuck's sake. You know, why is she doing that? Since when is she a rigger? People paid her money to do this? Like, somebody paid for this model? Yes, they did, and I promise it will look good in the end. It's like one of those things where you gotta trust the process. I swear. I swear. Welcome to the Lera Hobby Swamp. It really is what it is. Maybe I should name my channel that. Maybe I should rename my channel from Lera YouTube channel to Lera Hobby Swamp. Lera's ADHD... Lera's ADHD graveyard. I can think of it from someone who I know very well that trying to watch every single piece of Lera content. Oh, thank you so much, Boris. I'm glad you love my content. He's not talking about himself. I subscribe from a trash talk and laughs. Lera mom model debut when? Oh my god. 100%. There's some channels that stop to watch their Zelda playthrough and will usually skip their hour game upload. So I understand people are like that because I'm like that too. No, yeah, like, no shade, by the way, to the people that prioritize what they want to watch. I could never be offended at somebody being like, oh, I don't want to watch Lera do this one thing. I'm not interested, because that's perfectly normal and perfectly natural. We only get so much time in our lives to watch YouTube, right? And obviously you want to spend that time watching something you want to watch. Like, I'm not gonna force you to sit through like the long play of a random game you've never heard of that I just uploaded if you don't want to do that. You know, there's nothing wrong with audiences picking and choosing what they want to do. Like, even for me, let's say I have two VTubers who I really like and they're streaming at the same time, I am more likely to go into the stream that's doing something that I'm more interested in, right? Like, if one of them is playing, like, even honestly, I prioritize like the Last of Us streams a lot, or even like sometimes over like VTubers I like more. Like, if there's a VTuber I really like streaming, but they're not playing The Last of Us, but there's like some VTuber who I've never heard of before streaming The Last of Us, I'm gonna go check out that VTuber I've never heard of before because they're fucking streaming The Last of Us. And that's important to me, personally. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't really know, like... I honestly, I kind of thought about it for a while. I had, like... I kind of like a thought, like, okay, if I were to lock in on one thing, what would it be? Like, what would I want to be my, like, niche, or whatever you want to call it? And I couldn't think of anything, because I'm just like that. I've always been like that. I want to do a bit of everything. I like doing certain things, and, you know, like, I try to keep my art consistent, obviously, but that's because my art is, you know, kind of a job to me right now. So, you know, obviously I'm not gonna suddenly start drawing like mecha or vehicles or something like that, or like landscapes with no characters in them, like oil paintings, you know, because that's just gonna be like that. Then my art Twitter is gonna be like, what's going on? Who is this? Right? But for my VTubing stuff, I do not care. I just do what I want. I have too many interests, and it's everybody's problem now. You guys have to listen to me rant about The Last of Us Part 2 TV show. Can I? Oh my god, can I? Oh, guys. Oh my god, guys. The Last of Us TV show. I can't commission Lera for that oil painting, sorry. Sorry about that. It just... it's just never gonna happen. Okay, why does it do that? I need to understand. I know it's some kind of problem with like the mesh itself, but I'm like, I'm so annoyed when it does this shit. Why Live2d? Why do you hate me? Oh, did that smooth it out? Did that actually smooth it out just now? Or am I crazy? Oh my god! I'm a genius. Holy shit, I'm so fucking... Oh my god. Oh, look! Look at that perfect face curve now! I'm never gonna die! Hello, Lorelai from Gilmore Girls. Hello, Twerfin from Vinland Saga. I saw your tweets on the topic. I only scratched the surface with the tweets. You don't understand. I actually have a theory now, from watching the first episode, that the season 2 of the TV show is going to make me appreciate the game. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'm actually gonna appreciate the game after this. Which is insane. MOJ, by the way, it's okay having multiple hobbies slash talent. Well, I don't know about talents. I don't think I have any talents, but I definitely have a lot of hobbies. So yeah, I don't know. But as I said, it's just like... I just don't know. If I were to pick a niche, I don't know what it would be. Maybe art. Like, I want to say maybe art. But at the same time... Like, I watch some art YouTubers, right? And it's also, like, heavily drama-based in there as well. Like, it's either, like, tutorials. Or it's just straight up all... Like, the art drama is so fucking I don't know if you guys ever seen art, like, art Twitter drama. But it's, like, some of, like, the most... None of this matters type of shit ever. Like, it is insane, the stuff those people, like, argue about. Like, they're gonna be like, this artist, is tracing AI art. And it's like, okay, that's a bad thing to do. I'm not saying that it's not. But why the fuck do we need a 10-minute long video on that? Why are we making this into genuine content that people are watching? It doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. The only art drama sees the AI stuff, never seen any petty stuff. I know, they do like so much petty shit. They do stuff like, this person stole my pose. And then they start arguing on whether pose theft is legit. Or if two people could potentially think of the same pose. And it's like, it's always like, and my favorite thing is that all of those arguments always just end up giving more attention to like whoever the bad person in the situation is, and they just end up getting so much traction for their art. It's crazy. It's always the same shit. I've played these games before. I scream to people having arguments on art Twitter / Instagram, whatever. Yeah, but tracing allegations always happening all the time. Like, I just feel like it's bad to trace AI, it's bad to use AI for art, right? But why do we need like people making like entire videos about it? Like artist YouTube is insane. The only like art YouTuber I recommend these days, who I think is like alright. He does do some drama, but his takes tend to be okay, and he's generally like a pretty level-headed person. Also, his voice is really nice. I like his voice. He's called Sam Does Art, and he has like a lot of funny videos as well. He does these videos where he roasts people's art. Well, with their consent. They send it to him, and they're like, "Sam, roast me," and it's, oh my god, it's. He's so fucking savage. Like, I love him. He's really funny, so I like his stuff. I will excuse it because he's funny. At least he's funny while he talks about the drama, man. Do I have a blue sky? I do have a blue sky, but I don't really use it that much. I really should, man, because Twitter is like so shit right now. Twitter like sucks ass right now, man. So honestly, I probably should. Okay, I'm just gonna make the ear like... What was it? It was like draw order, right? Do I have to do it here? I never mess with draw order. But I might have to in this case. I know the ears are mostly gonna be covered up, but just in case. So if I make the draw order, like... There you go. Cool. Is that where an ear is? I don't know. I really didn't put much thought into the ears because they will be covered by the hair. Just on the off case when like some physics and stuff like that happens when they're visible. Probably want it to be alright. Oh, thank you so much for 6 months. Blue Sky link. It's just Lucinda Gray. It's not my Vtuber. I don't have a Vtuber Blue Sky account because my Vtuber Twitter doesn't like pop off already. So there's just no point in me having 2 Blue Skies when my Vtuber one is not gonna do anything. So it's Lucinda Gray on Blue Sky. It's my art account. I only really post art on there and then I leave. I'm sorry, I really don't check it very often either. I do want to use it more, but I've just like, I don't know. Like, I forget it exists. I genuinely forget it exists. Have a void. Blue Sky is good. I wish it would catch on faster on what you want to see. Yeah, I kind of like that you can have custom feeds on it. I already have like a Vinland Saga feed saved on there, and I already followed all the Vinland Saga girlies who I follow on Twitter. Yeah, but it's just like, yeah, the algorithm is just not as... I mean, I feel like that's kind of good because then you don't get as much drama and stuff like that, but you know, it's not as advanced as some of the others, I think. Wait, does it even have an algorithm? I don't remember. Or is it all just feeds? I don't think so, right? I think kind of. I don't know. But yeah, it's like, it's a lot of it's like a lot of work. I think to like get a new social media like tailored to you, right? I just feel like it's so much effort to do it. And like, I don't know, man. It's like, do I really want to sit through all this effort to like build my feed from the ground up again for the millionth time? And are people actually using Blue Sky, like genuinely? I want to know if people are genuinely using Blue Sky, because I feel like, you know, when initially everybody threatened to move once again for the millionth time, I was like, okay, let's use Blue Sky. And I was getting like a decent amount of interaction on there, so I was like, oh wow, I guess people really did move to Blue Sky. But then, like a month later, it became really quiet on there again, I feel like, so I don't really know anymore. People can't actually stick to their promises, like that's the problem. Everybody keeps swearing on everything they have that they're leaving Twitter. But no, they're not. No, they are not. Okay, I'm just gonna create some more deformers because I forgot. I need to make like a bunch more deformers. Nose lines. Sorry. Actually, let me just reset it to default parameters. Nose. This guy's kind of quiet, and that's why I like it. That makes sense, honestly. Like Twitter, I feel like Twitter is too loud, isn't it? People on there are like actually. It feels to me worse lately than before. I don't know why, but Twitter feels like people just fucking react to the stupidest shit on there, and I'm like, oh my god, how can you fall for this? Yeah, I usually just post. Like I post my art on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram. So it's low-key a nightmare for me. Like, please understand that I cannot be active on all of those platforms. So at the moment, Twitter is my main one. But I'm willing to change to Blue Sky if y'all actually change to Blue Sky. If people hold up their promise, I will do it too. Okay, the star actually needs to be a little bit more over there, under the eye, like this. That's better. I heard that Twitter DMs are getting removed because Elon got rejected by some chick. Oh, finally, man. I get so many bots in my DMs. I have to delete like 20 a day of just like being added to weird groups because I keep my DMs open in case of commissions, right? I have to keep my DMs open for commission stuff. So sadly, I have to fucking endure the endless amount of bots I get in my DMs, which is really annoying. I'm already exclusively on Blue Sky. Does Blue Sky have bookmarks? That was something I was really missing from it earlier. Did they add it by any chance or still no? That would be so funny, honestly. Didn't he like get rid of spaces because he got roasted on spaces? Or something like that for a while. Oh yeah, and he got rid of public likes! Because people like were roasting him for his likes or something like that as well. That guy needs professional help. Like, I swear to God. Okay, so I've got this nose kind of like side-facing thingy that I drew, but I actually don't know if I want it. It's also not keyframed. I might have to change the shape up a little bit. And I need to put it above the eye, I guess, too. What Animal Crossing is this song from? I kind of vibe with it. It sounds so, like, funky and cute. All their Animal Crossing music is so much better than, like, the New Horizons stuff. All the New Horizons songs fucking sound the same. I don't really like the shape of the nose because I have a different on my draft. Let me just check. I can't see it. Can't buy the entire feature for a bit. He's so like... Honestly, it's crazy to me. Lately I just wonder if he's just trolling. I don't know. It feels like everything he does is somehow just like a big joke on himself. It almost feels like performance art to me. I don't know why, but it genuinely feels like performance art to me. Because I heard about like the stream that he did. People were like talking about some stream he did. And I didn't actually see it, but I read like the description that people were describing it. And I was like, huh? What? What? It almost sounds like some kind of like... I don't know. Like I'm watching a sitcom. It doesn't feel real. And I watch so many sitcoms. I know what I'm talking about. Right? It's crazy. There's a guy on a news with a mullet. What's a mullet again? I always forget. Oh, these are like super popular in the UK. Like everybody in the UK has this fucking hairstyle right now. This is like the trendy UK hairstyle right now, I think. Like I feel like they're really popular right now. Both for men and women. He wants so badly for people to like him. It just doesn't make any sense to me though, because he has so many like hardcore fans though. Like he has plenty of people sucking up to him. But it feels to me like he's constantly looking for like more attention from people who will like... He's always looking for like love from people who will never give it to him. And honestly, that's just sad. He needs to work on that self-esteem. Everyone in the UK. It's really popular. I guess maybe it's because I also like, you know, I go to like places where a lot of alternative people hang out with like alternative hairstyles and shit like that. But, you know. Or like, you know, art students as well, you know, like these are kind of mostly the circles that I personally kind of see a lot, but you know how it is. It has multiple big... Oh yeah, he has like so many kids too. It's crazy. I saw like a post one time from one of his children who was like, man, If I had like $1 or something like that for every time I find out I have another sibling. Oh man. I actually, speaking of like hairstyles, I actually went to a hairdresser yesterday, and that was my first time going to a hairdresser that I didn't know, who wasn't like my mom's hairdresser. I usually just like tag along with my mom because I'm anxious as fuck, but I really wanted a haircut, and you know, and I'm not going back to Spain anytime soon, so I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta sign up. I gotta sign up for a hairdresser, and I looked around like online, and I was like, okay, where would they do something that's like, you know, hip with the kids? Because I feel like so many hairdressers, I feel like it's like, because like people don't really get their hair cut as much around like in some places. So it's like, it's really difficult to find a place that genuinely does a good job cutting hair, because I feel like most people just go for trims and dyeing their hair. A lot of people don't really like get, you know, proper haircuts like how I wear my hair, always cut specifically. So I found a place that looked really good. You know, the photos looked good, the reviews looked good. So I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's risk it, you know, I mean, it's only gonna be on my head for like several months until it grows out. Honestly, what could possibly go wrong? So I signed up and I went yesterday, and the hairdresser was so friendly and nice and positive. I was low-key offended. I was like, this man acts like nothing bad has ever happened to him in his entire life. And someone who is going through it. Honestly, keep this happiness to yourself. I hate to be so petty, but like, I'm not a very like friendly person in general, right? Obviously, we know this. So like, he kept like being like super friendly. He like, oh, look at, he was like so proud of his work as well. He was shaving the back of my head. And then he was like showing, he wasn't even done yet. He just did like a couple things, and then he gives me the mirror and he's like, look, super cool, right? And I'm like, yeah, you can do whatever. Like, he was just so happy. I let him do whatever the fuck he wanted on my head, honestly. I was like, yeah. He was like, you know what? I think you shouldn't have bangs anymore. And I was like, you know what? Whatever makes you happy, man. I mean, clearly, I'm not here to ruin your day. You're clearly having a good one, right? So I just went along with everything. He was like, yeah, what if we do this? Look, isn't this cool? And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome, dude. At least one of us needs to be happy, right? Oh, that's why it's not showing. I was like, but it is above the eye. Okay, it's because of the base. Okay. But yeah, it's just like... he was just so positive. I was like, whatever, he can do what he wants. This guy can do what he wants to my hair. I don't care. Oh my god, don't do that. I mean, it turned out fine. He did a good job in my opinion, but don't do that. Don't be like me. Tell your hairdresser if something is wrong. Proper haircut equals bob cut. I actually didn't get like a bob cut this time. Actually, I don't know. I felt like doing something a little bit different. It's still a bob cut, but it's a little bit more like layered, I guess. It's quite short as well. And it's a bit more interesting. Like, it's a bob cut, but like modernized, I guess you could say. Like, it's not exactly like, because the back of my head is like she shaved quite a lot of it. So like the hair by the neck, right? You know, like when your neck kind of starts, it's super short at the back. So it's like, it's really short at the back, and then it's much like kind of longer and layered towards the front. And yeah, I don't have bangs anymore, which feels really wrong because I always have bangs. So I actually don't know. I might get bangs again, to be honest. I don't like this feeling of having no bangs. It makes me feel weird. I kind of like bangs, but he was like, oh, you know, if you don't wear bangs, you can like, if you grow it out, you can like style it however you want. You can have so many options. You can wear it wherever. And I was like, okay, well, sure, man. Once again, clearly you're having a good day. I'd like to have a wolf cut. I got something like similar to a wolf cut, but not quite. Let me look up what a wolf cut is again. Yeah, mine is obviously much shorter, but it's kind of layered like that. I do like wolf cuts as well. I do have longer hair in the front, though. Wolf cuts don't really have long hair in the front like that. It's kind of like a really layered... I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I would draw it for you, but I'm not drawing today. Wolfcat was like one of the references I showed him, but he basically just did whatever he wanted. Like I showed him a bunch of references, but I was like, yeah, but you can, you know, apply your own judgment to it. And he was like, okay, so he just kind of improvised, I guess. But like every 5 seconds, he kept showing me the back of my hand. He's like, look how cool. And I'm like, yeah, that's really cool, dude. It's like when a child shows you their drawing and you praise it, you know. That's how I felt the whole time. Like he was so excited. I don't know. I wonder if he doesn't get to like do a lot of haircuts like that, because I feel like when you're a hairdresser, most people kind of ask for the same thing, you know. I feel like a lot of people get their hair like dyed or styled, but not many people actually let them. Yeah, you can cut my hair however you want. You know, I feel like that doesn't really happen often, so dude was just like really excited. I think I'm getting a wolf cut too, but I heard you kind of have to deal with it more than just long hair. To be fair, most haircuts, they require maintenance. The reason why I kind of stick to a bob cut most of the time is because it's like once it grows out, it still looks okay. It's just a longer version of what you used to have. Didn't you get the jellyfish cut? I do like jellyfish cuts, but I don't have enough hair for it. Like my hair didn't grow out enough to have that nice kind of bottom. Like even the shorter jellyfish cuts, they have like fairly long hair like down the neck. My hair hasn't grown out that much since I last had a haircut. I considered a jellyfish cut, but I just don't have enough like hair for it, sadly. So I went with like a bob cut if it was not from the 1950s, you know, kind of look. I'm pretty happy. I'm getting used to it. I was a bit like, whoa, that's weird. It's weird not to see myself with this nice neat bob cut with nice neat bangs. But I kind of like it. My mom said it looks good too. And I sent a picture to my friend. I was like, is my new haircut slay? The hairdresser was really happy and I didn't want to like say anything to him. And she was like, yeah, it looks great. So it's fine. She wouldn't lie to me. Will you go back to the hairdresser next time? Honestly, I might. I mean, he was really sweet. The pricing wasn't terrible because, you know, it's London, so everything is expensive as fuck. It's not very far away from where I live either, so like... probably. He was literally so nice. Like, he asked me... Okay, but I was a bit offended because he was like, so, how long ago have you moved to the UK? And I was like... What makes you assume that I'm not from here? Just you wait till I get that citizenship. Then you will all be sorry. I was like, God damn it. He knows. He knows I'm not a local somehow. And I was like, oh, in like 4 years. And he's like, that's cool. And he's like, where are you from then? And I was like, oh, I'm Russian. And he talked to me about this like Russian food that he really likes because apparently he knew some Russian who would make it for him. And I was really surprised because it's kind of, it's not like super obscure, but it's kind of an obscure food, I feel like. You know, it's not like one of those things that everybody mentions to you when they talk about Russian food. So I was like, oh wow, that's great. Oh wow, your English is really good. It's like one of the most painful things to hear though. Yeah, I was like, but he had an accent too! Yeah, but he also wasn't from there. Like, he moved, like, you know, to work, I guess. Okay, but nobody in the UK is from the UK. At least like in London. You guys gotta understand, it's like all immigrants here. I really mean it. Like, there's very few like genuinely British people here. You know, so I feel like it's kind of like what you assume most of the time. You're like, yeah, nobody here is actually British. Nobody here is from the UK. Okay, how do we feel about this head angle? I gotta fix the nose lines a little bit, but I think it's not too bad. I'm kind of wondering if I should push it more. It feels to me like I could make it a bit more of like an extreme angle, but I don't know if I want to. I don't really like models that like have too many extreme angles that turn too much and stuff like that. I don't know, it's not really like for me personally, but I'm just gonna fix the mouth like a little bit, I think. The VTuber should consider having a bold option. It fits them well. Oh my god, leave them alone. Yeah, so if I had the hair like layers turned on, it would be a total mess. See, like it's so difficult to do a consistent face rig while also like maintaining the bangs and stuff like that. It just gets too complicated. Actually, is your accent way less nowadays? Really? Is it because my accent is less now, or is it because you're just used to it? I feel like once you hear me for the first time, you're like, whoa. Because people on Kia's stream, so when I did my collab with Kia, apparently her chat were like, where is Lera from? What the hell is that accent? Where did she pick that up? Mass support small businesses. They have a lot of people from all over, to be honest, but yeah, Eastern Europe definitely, for sure. Lera never had an accent for me when we've talked about this. We've spoken about this. I definitely have an accent. But it's just like... it's confusing. Both, probably. I do wonder if my accent is lessening. I feel like my accent is slowly becoming a bit more British. Which I don't know. I don't know if I like that thought. I don't want to be British. I kind of like my accent. But sometimes I will say something and I'm like, whoa, I sounded really fucking British just now. You know, it's weird. I've been to hairdresser like twice and it wasn't good both times, so I've just not gone since. It's scary, right? Going to a hairdresser because, like, you know, it's a pretty damn like semi-permanent thing that's gonna happen to your hair, and it sucks when it doesn't go well. I've had bad haircuts too, you know. Sometimes you really just gotta looking for that one hairdresser that like knows how to do stuff. I have kind of like an insane hairdresser like acquaintance, I guess I want to say. I don't really know what to call them. So my mom was friends with this hairdresser in Russia, so we both had our hair cut back when we lived in Russia with that same lady, and she does amazing haircuts. Like, you know, she does whatever you want. She's really good. She's a good hairdresser, you know. I know why my mom always went to her, but she's low-key crazy. That lady is low-key crazy. Like something is up with her. Like she's like, oh, like the stuff that like she would just like talk about stuff while cutting your hair. Not even to you, sometimes to like another hairdresser who's just like there hanging out with her, like on break or whatever. And like one time I was getting my hair cut with her, and I was a kid because that was a long time ago, obviously. And she was talking to this other hairdresser, and she was like, "Yeah, I think soon we're all gonna go back to Soviet Union. I think soon enough Soviet Union is going to make a comeback. I just feel like we're going in that direction. I think the USSR is going to be back. And I'm like, I was sitting in that chair like, I can't believe I let this person hold scissors close to my neck. Because some of the stuff she said, I'm just generally like, oh my god. Oh my god. Worst haircut of your life. Yeah, this looks great, literally, though. Because like, you can't even tell them that you hate it, right? You can't even fucking tell them that you hate it. You know, you just go home and you cry and you send selfies to your friends and you're like, yeah, look at how messed up my hair is gonna be for the next 3 months. Yeah, you know, I don't know why, but like I feel like there's such a stigma around genuinely telling the hairdresser, yeah, this is terrible. I feel like the way you tell them you didn't like it is you don't come back, right? I feel like that's how they know. It's the only way they would know. That's a wild take. And that's not even the wildest thing she said or done. I can't even tell you guys all the stuff she said because I'm like, I don't want to like, I don't know how to say it, but like make that woman sound extremely suspicious. Girls support girls, so I'm not gonna rat her out, but on a couple occasions she scared me. Something is not right with her. But she's like also like one of the people who like believes in like, you know, like the not like the spiritual, but like, you know, like supernatural kind of stuff a lot. So she would say stuff. Who are you talking about? A hairdresser I used to have. She would like talk about like these like time skips that happened to her. One time I was getting my hair cut and she was talking to my mom and she was like, can you believe it? Me and my friend, we experienced this insane time skip. Like time just kind of like completely just like jumped. We were like just like hanging out, talking, and then and it was like 1 p.m. and then suddenly we both just blink and it was like 11 p.m. And it's like, where did the time go? And I'm pretty sure that's how time works. I'm pretty sure. And she was like, no, you understand? We got like warped into some kind of like wormhole. Or she was like explaining it really weirdly, but she was convinced that something was at work here. And she did not just not notice time passing. How is your mom friends with her? She's a good hairdresser! This got blagging out so real though. Like, do you guys think she smoked something? Like, maybe that's why. Like, and then she came to, and suddenly it's been like hours, you know. Oh my god! It was like honestly, like I was sitting in there like, what is she talking about? She's fun though, you know. She's like one of those like, just like fun, crazy people. You know what I mean? You just gotta stay on her good side, I think, because if you're not, then it's a problem. Once I was playing Gravity Rush 2 and it was 7 p.m. then boom, 1 a.m. Yeah, that's also a normal phenomenon with video games. I believe her! No, please don't let this be the takeaway you get from this. She does sound like she hits the pipe a bit too strong. Sometimes I start watching a Lera stream and then when I'm done, it's past midnight. I can't believe Lera is committing time theft. Fun fact, when you watch my streams, I steal away that time that you spend on me. And then that makes me more youthful. That's how I keep living forever. I steal your time. The time of your lives that you waste watching VTubers. I take it. And I become like the mother from Rapunzel. I mean Tangled. It's not called Rapunzel. Give it back, what the fuck? I can't. It's already in my beautiful glowing young skin. Upvoting my fellow time. Gerardo. Sorry, Gerardo. Yeah, it's not! Give me that time back! I can't, I ate it all. I ate it all your precious time. Anyways. Now who wants to listen about The Last of Us TV show season 2? Raise your hand! If you want to hear about that. Or don't. I can't blame you. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick though. Because I drank way too much tea. I don't have anything to show you. I'm gonna play an ad. But for those of you that have premium or whatever, I guess you're just gonna have to stare into this void. That is me sitting there motionlessly. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make the VTuber front facing. There you go. Just stare into... Guys, can you watch my kid for me while I'm in the bathroom, please? I'm gonna go to the bathroom quick. Please watch my kid, okay? Thank you. I'm back. Hey kid, why are your eyebrows so smooth? What do you mean? You leave my child alone. Who are you? Sir, who are you? Why are you talking to my child? For a second I thought, when I saw like the hey kid, I thought that was about to go somewhere like, hey kid, you want you wanna buy some weed or something? I was like, are they selling weed to my child while I'm away? Piss timer started. Stop with the piss timer. I'm scared of Lera now. It's okay, don't be. Well, looking at this menacing. I know. That's why I don't do front-facing models for myself that much. I'm very uncomfortable with eye contact. Do 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 do. Wait, what? Why is that there? Oh, huh? God, I wish I understood. What is... Why is it like that? Huh? Okay, you know what? That's... I don't know what to make of this at the moment. Front-facing Lera isn't real, she can't hurt you. Well, she kind of is real. There's the demon form Lera. There's the demon form Lera. And there's the original Lera. She's front-facing. I'm just saying. Well, on the topic of stealing your time, I mean, I steal more of your time by complaining about the Last of Us TV show. So basically, my biggest complaint with the Last of Us TV show season 2 is that they did something. Okay, the game doesn't have good structure, okay? The game has shit structure already. Like, why would you make it worse somehow? And yet they did. I don't know what to tell you. So, for some reason, they open with, Abby and her friends standing by like a bunch of firefly graves. And they're like, oh, we have to find him. We're gonna have to find him and kill him. And I'm like, okay, so you just revealed who Abby was and her motivation immediately. Even though the game keeps that from you for like a decent amount of time, specifically for creating that mystery and suspense and shock for when she does what she does. Because Joel lets his guard down. But now you're gonna be watching it the whole time and you're gonna be like, oh, yep, there she is. She's gonna kill him. Like, what? Why did they do that? Guys, why did they do that? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm just so confused. They killed Joel. Not yet. They spent a whole episode showing like fucking slice of life Jackson stuff too, and I'm like, wow, they're really dragging it out, huh? Honestly, I'm not even surprised, am I? Whoa! Hold up. Don't just stare at me like that, child. Yet the game is still Lera's favorite. No. The first game is... Second one, not so much. But I know what you mean. I mean, I feel like I'm genuinely gonna like the game more. I'm actually gonna appreciate the game more. After the TV show. But you know, I must be so fun at parties, you guys. I must be so insufferable to fucking be around. Like, I get it, right? I understand. I fully understand how I sound when I talk about shit like Vinland Saga and The Last of Us and all of that shit, but I can't stop. I know it all. I understand that people hate to see it, but I just can't fucking stop. And I was like, so... I watched like 12 minutes of the TV show and I had to pause it and I was like, what are they doing? Why is Joel going to therapy? You know Joel is going to therapy. You can't just take my unstable father figure, famously known for being unstable, and then make him work through his emotions and try to be better. You can't do that. You can't just do that. How dare you take my unstable father figure and give him therapy? Therapy? I know, right? I feel like the whole point of The Last of Us is that none of those people ever got any therapy, and that's why it turned out that way, especially part 2. Oh my god. Why are the eyebrows so smooth? What's wrong with the eyebrows? What are you guys talking about? What's the matter with the eyebrows? I think it looks nice. What are you guys on about? Lera in the corner of a party. They don't even know about Vinland. Literally though. Actually, I'm so fucking insufferable. Like, I know, okay? I understand. I get it. But I'm not willing to change. I'm not willing to change. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I cannot be who you want me to be. It's just not a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But I'm circling back to the topic I did like in the beginning. There'd be no part 2 if everyone goes therapy. I like the eyebrows, thank you. And I think Abby is not gonna be really muscular, which is honestly, I'm just personally offended as someone who finds her extremely attractive in how strong she is. I mean, did you see her arms in the game? I don't know, by the looks of it, the actress looked pretty normal, and I was like, that's fucked up. You can't just pick a normal girl. She needs to hit the gym. She better hit the gym before the next episode. What is going on here? Why isn't she on steroids? She's supposed to be my gorgeous, strong woman. Oh my god, imagine if Abby and Joel actually make up. Like, that would be so funny. So, like, okay, whatever, I guess. Trying to get past the whole Abby reveal not being an Abby reveal anymore, because obviously we know who she is now, because that's what they started with for some reason. Moving on. For some reason, they acted like stalkers are new. Like, the stalker scene was really good. A very good zombie scene with the stalker. Although, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw it in the background first, I thought it was a cat. And I talked to my mom, and she was like, I thought that was a cat. I was like, me too, mom. Literally. Like, that first scene where you see him in the background, and he, like, passes, like, crawls by in the perspective, and it looks quite small. I thought that was a fucking cat. And I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna do, like, a fake scare where, like, a cat scares her or something, but it's nothing. And then I was like, wait, what? And then I rewinded the fucking episode and I was like, oh, that's not a cat. They couldn't CGI muscles on her. 20. Oh my god, the boat scene. Oh no, my mom's gonna see that. Oh shit, my mom was gonna see the boat scene. Oh. I forgot about the boat scene. Oh my god, I don't want to... I don't want to see that again, please. The fucking boat scene haunts me. It is so awkward, the boat scene. There's this scene in Last of Us Part 2 where these two characters have this like really crazy fight, like full-on fighting. And they're like mad at each other and she's like, oh, I hate you, you're an idiot, or whatever. I think they were fighting over, you know, the fate, like, because he wanted to leave or something like that. I don't remember. And she's like, yeah, you're an idiot. And they had like a full-on fight. And then they look into each other's eyes while fighting. And they start kissing. And then they start undressing. And then they do it on the boat. And it is extremely awkward to watch. I'm not sure why that's in The Last of Us. I don't know who asked for it, but it was right there. I very uncomfortable for me, personally. I just like, the way it like escalated from fight straight to that, honestly, the straightest thing I've ever seen. I'm gonna be so for real. I feel like only straight couples are capable of that, I feel like, but you know, here we are. It's essential to the plot. It is not. And when I streamed that game, I tried to hide it. Like, I hid the screen when it happened because I didn't want to get like demonetized. Because I'm pretty sure they like show boobs in it and everything. So I hid the screen, but I kept the sound on so you could still hear it. And my viewers were all like, Lera, it's worse with just the sound. Lera, just the sound makes it so much worse. And I was like, I'm sorry. Oh, good god. I don't watch the show with my mom. Because I don't live with her, but we're gonna be keeping up with it weekly, like separately, and then we talk about it. The sound alone is worse. That makes the imagination run wild. Honestly, it's pretty much just as bad as it sounds. I'm gonna be so for real with you. Like, I don't know why they did that. You know what? I don't know if they're gaslighting or not. Maybe they are, but people on Twitter were saying that the Minecraft movie has a sex scene. Guys, is that true? I don't know if it's true. It literally could be true. Because, like, honestly, what is going on in the Minecraft movie even? It totally does, Lera, for real, for real. You see, it could be true, because, like, nothing about that movie makes sense. I believe you. I honestly believe you. Because I just don't know what to think. I don't know. It could 100% be true. You're laughing, but I feel like it could be. Square action. I think people have like one of like the IRL people slips with the villager or something. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they're gaslighting or not. You see, guys? I don't know if they're gaslighting. I'm so scared. Chicken jockey. I don't understand the chicken jockey. Like, I feel so bad for cinema staff. They're turning the like every like movie session into like absolute like garbage festival. Like, what are they doing in there? They don't sleep together? Okay, people on Twitter were gaslighting! Like, I'm not even kidding! People on Twitter were like full on gaslighting. They were like, yeah. Like, I saw this like animation or somebody put, and I was like, what the fuck? What happens? They get engaged after one day of meeting. Oh, so they do it. What is going on in a Minecraft movie? Like, so there is romance between woman and a villager. It's real. They place the beds next to each other. So true. No. Chicken John. I feel so bad for cinema stuff. I don't know, like, most like meme movies. It's kind of crazy because I feel like at one point, you know, they're keeping the movie industry alive, I guess. But on the other hand, I feel so bad for people that have to like clean up after those idiots show up. Like, people full on had fights during the FNAF movie. I remember seeing a video on Twitter when the FNAF movie came out. Like, it was like the credits, fucking Living Tombstone playing, and there was like these dudes just like having a brawl. Like, they were fighting. Like, they were like beating each other up. The movie was actually good. You see, I don't believe that. I actually don't believe that. You can tell me whatever you want about that movie, but I will not believe that the Minecraft movie is like unironically good. I know it's not supposed to be like a cinema masterpiece or anything, but I feel like even as a trashy, fun movie, I don't think it's any good. I'm sorry. I know I haven't seen it, so I shouldn't be judging it, but I just don't believe that it's a genuinely good movie. Okay, I think this side of the head is fine. I think it looks good. I might adjust it like a little bit in the future. I don't know. There's like some things that I would maybe want to do, but I think it's like all right. The right eye models left, it kind of bothers me. But I'm not entirely sure what it is. I heard the Minecraft movie isn't bad, just boring. But isn't it a bad movie if it's boring? Aren't movies supposed to be interesting? Aren't you supposed to have a good time in the movie? You know, the eye like expands too much, I think, when they turn their head, because like that doesn't make any sense. Maybe that's what bothers me. The movie is good and the garbage guy is the best character. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I just don't believe you. They started to fine the parents if their kids damage the theater. That's good. But are the kids actually the ones causing trouble? Because I just see videos of like grown adults doing it. And that's what like actually pisses me off. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you there? Why aren't you just pirating this at home? I wouldn't want to take my kid to the Minecraft movie as well, and then a bunch of these like grown-ass men are like throwing popcorn anywhere. That would fucking suck as well. That's not the right eyebrow. It's man kids! Yeah. Like, because such a guy is not actual children who do it. Like, children just go there with their parents and that's it. These people are like screaming and everything. Kids are kids, but parents letting kids damage places their responsibility. But is it actually children though? Do kids actually go there and damage the theater? I just kind of I'm having a hard time believing that. I don't know. Maybe kids are just different these days. But back when I was a kid, I went to the theater and I sat quietly the whole time and enjoyed my movie and had my popcorn, and then I threw out the trash. Kids are vicious. But don't they go there with their parents though? Why aren't the parents like keeping an eye on them? That's crazy. Different generation. Okay. So I know there's like a reflection option on Live2d, but I'm gonna be so honest with you, I'm still not sure how it fucking works. It never works how I want it to work for me. So I actually don't know. Like, I know you can like copy... I think you can reflect stuff, but I might just do it manually because I'm gonna be so for real with you. And for me, it's low-key easier to just manually rig it again. And it'll be faster the second time anyway, and I have the sketch. I don't remember how to do it. Reflect motion? No. Hold up. No! That didn't do what I wanted it to do. Oh, wait, that worked. Look, 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 look. Oh, wait, it actually worked. The face got reflected. Okay, guys, we are back, kind of. Partially. We are partially back. Okay, I can't do it for the nose though, because I feel the nose needs to be like changed a little bit more because of like the other stuff on it, but I mean, maybe. Let me just check. Okay, I think Live2d updated itself because I know I don't really keep up with Live2d updates that much, but I remember doing reflect motion before and it would be like absolute garbage. I think it's better now, you know, they're always upgrading it and shit, and it's slowly... I think it has like its own like rigging stuff, like it like automatically rigs stuff for you, like... But I don't really mess with that either, to be honest. It's just easier for me to manually do stuff most of the time, to be completely honest with you. Okay, just give me like... I can't do it to the eyes either, I'm pretty sure, because the eyes look different, obviously, at both angles. So I think I can't reflect the eyes, which is fine. I can just do it. I think I should be able to do the mouth though. Let's try. Reflect. There it is. Wow! That's crazy. No, will it do it to the nose? I kind of don't think so because I have so much going on with the nose. I'm gonna try it though. Damn! Live2d is so cracked now when you don't do it for like 5 years. You know what, this is a good starting point, so I'll keep it, but I need to fix some stuff still. But this is like not terrible. Right? The reflect option was weird. It worked for some stuff. I think it's not gonna work for the eyes, obviously, because the eyes, like for example, this eye, it's on the other side here, so it's smaller, but it will be doing the same thing that the other eye is doing on this side, right? So you can't reflect that because that's not the same thing, but I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, some of these work fine. I just gotta fix the nose a little bit. And the star, I think, also needs to be manually moved, like over there or something. Give myself a brain freeze. I had a brain freeze from something like recently. I don't remember what it was though. I never understood brain freezes. I used to see them happen like in cartoons. They'll be like, oh, brain freeze, but I never actually got one until like a couple years ago for the first time. Is that something that happens to you as you get older? I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, have you ever had a brain freeze? And she was like, no, what's that? Like, apparently some people just don't get that. I don't really know. Or maybe she's a responsible cold drinker. Dr. Pepper ice cream? Wait, that's a thing? How does that work? It's not just ice cream like drenched in Dr. Pepper, right? It's more, surely it's more nuanced than that. Please tell me that's not what you're having, bestie. I need to know that you're okay. You can do the eyes too. I think people do like actual like copying of the eyes and reflecting it, but it's like, it's so complicated. It's like really strange, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's not that difficult. I don't mind doing it manually. I gotta make content, guys. I gotta get content out of this rig. If I just reflected the whole face angle, there'd be no stream. I gotta keep you guys here for longer. Dr. Pepper ice cream float. Okay, that would make a bit more sense. It's made by Bluebell, look it up. Bluebell Dr. Pepper ice cream. Oh. It looks nice. But what? How does it taste though? But it's meant for you to actually use on the Dr. Pepper, right? Like as an actual float? Or can you just eat it? How does that taste, I wonder? Never heard of this before. The color looks very pleasant. It doesn't look like something that's Dr. Pepper flavored. Wow. There was a place in London that did like mayo flavored ice cream and ketchup flavored ice cream, and they had a PG Tips flavored ice cream, which I actually would have liked to try. I don't know if they're still open though. I don't think that business is I don't think that business is thriving. Oh no, my child, what happened? What happened to your beautiful face, baby? Where is my guide image? I need to move it. Actually, see, that feels wrong to me. That doesn't feel like they're the eyes should be. Why did I do that? Me, when my own like sketches feel wrong. It feels like it should be like there. Oh my god! Why is Live2d like this? Why is it far apart? Yeah, no shit. I didn't notice. Thanks so much for telling me. When the brain freeze hits real. It's actually side eye. I don't know about that. I don't think that's what the side eye is. Anyways. I was talking about The Last of Us, I think. And then I wasn't suddenly. God, my brain is so all over the place. And you think a person like me can make consistent content that focuses on one thing? Think again. Do you really think Lera is capable of being... She can't even keep one conversation topic until she forgets what she was talking about. First Gura retires, now this. How is this relevant to Gura retiring? Please explain to me. I don't think it has anything to do. You're becoming Gura. Good for you, Queen. I'm so glad you got hired. You're the best person for that job. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Okay, that's not even where the star fucking goes, Lera. That's better. 4chan is gone? Is that real? Oh, thank God. Wait, is that true? Is that actually something that happened? Sorry, I'm out of the loop. How does The Last of Us relate to this? The Last of Us relates to everything! The Last of Us is an important part of my life, okay? When you have a conversation with me, you should know that The Last of Us will somehow bring itself up into the conversation eventually. Alright, The Last of Us is what keeps me going in these trying times. Okay? 4chan got hacked? Oh, thank God. Guys, this is for the best. I'm gonna miss those VTuber like 4chan videos though. Are you a Maz? Stop! How could you do this? Side note, can someone get that present in this? What are you talking about? The world has started to heal. That's how I feel too, honestly. Anyways, they acted like a stalker is new. Continues talking about the... I like how I just went on this like whatever. I don't even know what I was talking about. And now I'm like, yeah, so The Last of Us. So they acted like stalkers were a new thing or something, which that doesn't really make any sense to me. But how do I do this though? Because it's... Do I just do this? That can't possibly look good when it actually like, you know... Yeah, You know what I'm gonna do? There's like too much keyframing that I'm like not willing to do. So I'm gonna make a copy of this thing. No, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Probably. I have an idea. I'm gonna try it. Okay, so unkeyframe it. Flip it. Okay. Okay, and have it like hidden in the default position. And in this position, have it hidden as well. Ha! I'm a genius. This is not... I feel like this is not how you should be doing it, but you know, whatever works. Okay, now I just gotta fix the shape. Hell yeah. Oh, the BGM has a present floating. It does? But how do you hear that? What? Seriously? I didn't even hear that. I'm so sorry, guys. I know that is extremely stressful. I apologize for that. I didn't know that was the case. At all. Oh. Draw golfing minigame. It's not funny. No, he's going to therapy now. He's going to therapy now, apparently. Also, apparently, like, I don't know, like, Dina is like really good friends of Joel. He's like her parental figure or something. It's extremely confusing in there. I don't know what's going on. Why? I'm confused. Why isn't this doing shit? Am I crazy? What is going on? What did I do? What did I do to offend you? Live2d. I feel insane. Okay, now, huh? Okay. Oh god, I wish I actually knew what. Oh, does it not have? Oh. This is like really embarrassing for me. This is not my proudest moment. I'm gonna be so honest with you, but that's okay. Live2d is a process, guys. Has this not had any mesh this whole time? I'm like, why isn't this oh boy. Okay. Guys. Please commission me for your VTuber model needs. Clearly, I'm a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing. Trust. Oh my fucking god. Who was the guy Joel killed? It was literally the guy, the one the therapist was mad at him about. You know who that was? That was fucking Eugene. The guy who in the game, they smoke his weed and they say, like, he was a former Firefly. And they smoke his weed and he's like, they say in the game that he dies from a stroke. But for some reason in the TV show, this woman is like, you shot my husband. Who? What are they talking about? Like, what do they mean by this? Why is Eugene like an important character now? Why is Joel? Why did Joel shoot him? I'm assuming he probably got infected. That's kind of like my theory, but like, so he had to shoot him. But it was such a crazy reveal to me. I was like, what do they mean? Why is Joel shooting you? Since when did Eugene get shot? How are we supposed to know? I think maybe they will expand on it later on, but it's that same guy. Like, I know by the name, I realize by the name, but you know, like, because I'm pretty sure Eugene is the guy who's like weed Ellie and Dina end up smoking, and they find he's like, you know, secret house or whatever. Because they do mention weed as well, like the therapist is like, oh, Eugene always had good weed or whatever it is that's going on in that fucking show, I don't know. So I was like, oh, okay, so Eugene is still in this. And then they throw that at you. And I'm like, whoa. What happened to Eugene? What? Okay. Okay, the nose is a bit different. I don't know, does it really matter if the two like sides are not perfectly symmetrical? Because it doesn't matter to me all that much, since you like basically never actually notice. I mean, obviously they shouldn't be super asymmetrical, but it never really bothers me if they're not like exactly the same. But hey, that's just me, and I am doing this as a commission, so I probably should put in the effort. I'll look you up if I ever decide to try streaming. I know if you ever want to become a VTuber, clearly I'm your guy. Because I'm just so good at this shit. You know what? I consider myself decent at Live2d. I'm obviously not... Okay, the nose is weird on this side though, the way it appears. I don't have any like super in-depth Live2d knowledge, right? But I think that like for very basic rigs I do fine. And you know, I do mention that in my commissions. I'm like, look, I don't do complicated. And my pricing is nowhere near as much as like a lot of VTuber models cost these days, so I think it's alright. It's like it will do just fine for like a standard model. If that makes any sense. Obviously, if you want something super fancy, you should probably go to someone else, definitely not me. But I think I do a decent job at like a model that gets all the basic functions that you need done, right? If you want like fancy expressions and stuff like that, you probably shouldn't come to me. But if you want a 3/4 model, you should definitely come to me. Nobody else out here getting 3/4 models, sadly. Okay, I'm gonna work on the way that nose line actually appears a bit more in depth, probably like in my own time. Because it's a bit awkward. On this side, not so much. But there's like a bit of an awkward angle there, for example, so I probably want to get rid of that. Live2d is like black magic to me. I feel like it definitely looks more intimidating than it actually is. Like once you kind of get the basics down, it's all right. And a lot of it is kind of automatic. I try to make them as symmetrical as I can always, but I just have a brain worm, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want it to look symmetrical, but I don't really bother too much about it. Because like you're gonna be turning your head all the time, and it's gonna be like at different angles and stuff like that. Right, and I feel like it's not actually that noticeable when you have actual life, you know, tracking. Yeah, it's pretty tedious. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I prefer rigging VTuber models to drawing them. I fucking... Okay, well, I don't want to say I hate it. I like the end result. I love seeing a model with my art finished and nicely done and moving, but I hate drawing it. I find drawing a Live2d model the most boring task known to man. Like having to have everything on a separate layer and all that shit. Oh my god, why? Why would anybody do this? Why does God hate us? So, you know, once I get done with the art and I'm just doing the rigging, sorry, I'm like, what? Okay, you know what, doesn't matter. Once I'm doing the rigging, I'm like pretty happy. But man, the actual art kills me. Yeah, designing is fun, right? I like designing the models. I like deciding, you know, what it's gonna look like, stuff like that, the outfits, all of that. That's fun. You know, the actual like end result is great. But the layers, having to name every single layer, and there's naming conventions. You have to name right and left after the models right and left, and I always get it confused. And then after I end up working on a VTuber model for a while, I confuse right and left in real life because my brain is still doing it like the opposite way around, and I'm just having like the worst fucking time, I swear. It's just like not worth it sometimes. I wonder, do I get rid of the opacity? Wait, that was wrong. That was the wrong fucking... I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. I think I'm getting a bit tired too, so I probably shouldn't be doing this for much longer because I can tell my brain is not processing what I'm doing anymore, and that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. I was like, huh? That didn't do what I wanted to do. Yeah, girl. That's not what you're supposed to be doing at all. Sure. Let's try this as well. Okay. I know what's wrong, but I need to like I need to lock in on it a little bit more. I'm just gonna leave it alone for now and I'll do it later because it's like really tedious and I can't like keep a conversation while I focus on this. So I will fix the nose. Like, it's fine when you turn the head fast, but when you do it slowly, you see the line appears a bit awkwardly there on both sides. Like, it's okay, but it is just a tiny bit more fine-tuning and it will be fine. But yeah. Let me just do the ear here as well. Lera working on the new Red Penrose model. Exactly. It has to be super symmetrical, consistent tons of layers. Yep. Live2d is like, it's really, I guess, like detail oriented as well. You know, it's not as easy as just you draw a picture. Honestly, like some things people do in Live2d, I look at it and I'm like, bruh, just learn Blender. I can see what you want from your art, and I promise you, you can get that in Blender. I see what you're doing, and Blender is where you do it. I swear. I swear, please stop. Please stop torturing yourself in Live2d. That's not the way to go. No, literally, like some of the shit they do, like to models, I'm like, just do it in 3D. Like even this like head turning shit is easier in 3D already. You don't have to do any of that stuff. It just turns, and it looks fine from the angles. You don't gotta manually like rig the nose or whatever. Yeah, they had like a full head rotation. I'm like, why? Why do you? I don't know. Some things in Live2d, because I feel like the standards for Live2d are constantly growing. These people are always like innovating it and they're adding shit to it. And I'm like, sure, I guess that's great, but do we really need that? You know what I don't understand right now? My current like problem with Live2d, like Vtuber, like the new Vtuber like model thing that everybody has, is the lean forward thing. What the? Why? I don't understand in what context you want the lean forward. I don't understand why everybody has it now suddenly and why everybody does it. I am not rigging a fucking lean forward. Like, I am not doing that, okay? Just get a 3D model. Like, I don't understand why suddenly everybody has the fucking lean forward. It's like they get these like kind of like trendy things that like one rigger does, and then everybody copies it, and then like now everybody's leaning forward apparently. And I'm like, okay, but why? What is the point of this? About a lean back? Don't give them ideas, they'll do it. Would be nice to see you lean forward. Why? What about the backflip? Once again, don't give them ideas, they'll do it. Stop, guys, they'll actually do it. I mean, I'll have to see it on every single VTuber. Oh yeah, the one of the slot eyes is... I think that one went pretty viral. I did see that one. And I think that one wasn't even like a VTuber, I think they just did it. Just for funsies. Live2d Riggers will like do shit literally just for fun. Just because. They just do stuff. I kind of understand it from like a creative perspective. Like you want to like push the limits. You want to see what else you can do with the software. Like from like learning perspective, I totally get it. But I understand why VTubers get so obsessed with like certain features and then they're like, yeah, I want my model to have the lean to, and it keeps like growing. The demands keep growing, and now everything needs to have V-bridger. It needs to be able to do the surprise Duckult face, or what's the point? You know, and it's just like, oh god, the standards are so high. Everybody wants like such complex models, and I just don't get it. To me, like the more simple models are perfectly fine. I never really understood like the criticism where it's like, oh, this model like, it just turns its head and that's it, or whatever. I was like, yeah, but like, what else do you want from it, honestly? Most of the expressions like are fun, but you never use them. And 90% of the time, VTubers have these like complicated ass expressions, but they never actually use them. Like me, I have expressions, but I like barely use them. But none of mine are like super complex. I think my most complex expression is probably on my demon form where I squish the duck. But I use that one a lot, eh? I make sure I get the time I spent doing that out of it. You can do the Docky bird face. I can't do the Docky bird face. I can look surprised, but I can't do like that exact face. Because I think that's V-bridger. I'm pretty sure the surprise Docky bird face is V-bridger, because V-bridger captures your chin movement. So it lowers the chin and stuff like that. Like it moves your mouth up and down. Standard Live2d doesn't do that. It doesn't like track your chin movement and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure the Docky bird face needs V-bridger, unless you manually rig it to happen when you like do a surprised expression, I guess. I can look. My eyes widen when I'm surprised. When I'm surprised, it like, that's my most surprised face I can make. Oh my! I kind of look like I'm like doing like the YouTube thumbnail face. Not gonna lie, I'm like, oh my god. And I usually rig something similar for like my commissioned models as well. Mecha transformation. No, please. Do you have a mecha form? I don't have a mecha form toggle. Yeah, I have like this toggle where my head just opens up and it's just puppet Lera sitting inside. Yeah, and like the more things you add, the more movement, the more like expressions, the more that, the more like kind of bug fixes you have to do, because all of it kind of relates to each other, right? So then suddenly like the color, it looks weird during a certain position. It's just, it gets so complicated. It gets so complicated. I really am not interested in like in-depth Live2d learning, sadly. Like I know that, you know, it's a very impressive skill, but I just don't have like the time or energy to put into it. I feel like one of those things, like, you know, when you do anything creative and then you're like me and you have too many hobbies, once again, I feel like one of the hardest things to come in terms with is the fact that you can't just be amazing at everything, right? You really gotta like decide which skills you actually want to master. And I decided that while I enjoy Live2d to some degree, and you know, I don't mind doing it as a commission, but I could never do those kinds of models that people charge like 3,000 for or something like that just for the rig alone, right? I really don't think I will ever be at that level because I'm just not willing to like actually learn it to that depth. And that's okay. I can probably draw fairly complex models. I've never really like gotten... not like the chance, but none of my like commission models have been particularly complex. This one, but I also just like simple character designs myself, so you know, it's not really something I chase after. But you know, I could probably draw like a bunch, but I would not be very willing to rig it. Okay, I think I keyframed. Nope. Okay, now I keyframed everything. Okay, so you go there. You go there. You go there. Okay, we will deal with you in a second. Oh man, the ear is now on top of this one. I should have thought about that. Honestly, that's fine. I'll just make the draw order on it always higher than the ear. You see, all of these things suddenly start surfacing. And now you gotta deal with it. I think that will be okay. Because the ear is basically never supposed to be above it. So it's fine. Sorry, my brain is like... Hey, Live2d is kind of hard for me to like focus on and talk. Like once I'm doing something a bit more automatic, like the head angles, I'm okay. But it's not the same as like doing art for me, for example, because I can just talk about whatever. I just do art really automatically. But I really gotta lock in on a lot of this stuff with Live2d. I think I would lose my mind if I read a model for months and then it was never used. That actually happened to me though. Multiple times. Most of my VTuber kids are like not active. I'm not even kidding. But you know... the way I try to look at it is that I got paid. Look, Lera, you got paid for the work. How, you know, if they use it or not doesn't matter. I can never get my time back. Live2d is such a treat, isn't it? At least they were active, right? No, one of them just like straight up never debuted. Like, one of them like never debuted. Which is like, okay. I don't know. The circumstances surrounding it were kind of weird. So it's probably for the best anyway. But yeah, it's... Another one did debut it, but they got a redesign very quickly. So it never got used. It did get used, but not for very long. It got used for like a couple months and then they got a redesign. That's the healthy way to say it. It's just kind of how it is, you know? Sometimes, unfortunately, you will work on projects and they don't go through. My biggest issue with that stuff is that sometimes you're then not allowed to show your work. It happens a lot in the game industry. People work on games and they sign NDAs with the game companies and they're not allowed to talk about it. But then the project doesn't even get completed. Like, the game doesn't get released. And you can't even put it on your portfolio because you signed this NDA. And they're like, yeah, sorry, you can't tell people you worked on this game. And it's like, but it never got released, you know? God, I hate when that happens as well. You hear about it all the time. And just kind of how it is, sadly, with this stuff. So there I got a better model. No, I try not to look at it that way either. I'm sure, like, they did tell me that they liked the model and everything, but you know, sometimes you just kind of decide to go with a different design. It happens all the time. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm honestly not offended. Like, I'm just like, I guess I'm a little bit sad that like the model doesn't get used because I liked how it looked a lot. I actually didn't rig that model, I just drew the ad for it, so I didn't even spend, you know, that much time on it. But you know, it just kind of makes you a little bit sad, but it's not the end of the world. And you know, I just don't take it personally. Really just never take it personally, because I can assure you 90% of the time it's not personal. I think the funniest VTuber model commission experience I had, though, is still that one person who commissioned me for a model. I've told you guys this story before, but in case people haven't heard it. So this person commissioned me for a model. And they paid me for it up front. And I sent them the sketch of the model. And they sent me back my sketch with things circled in red that they didn't like on my drawing. Like, they put red circles on my drawing. And they were like, yeah, I don't like this and this and this. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I can fix that. And I fixed it, and I did everything. Hold up. No, I think that's okay. And I did everything that they asked for, at least in my opinion. I did. Like, I did all the changes how they told me to. And they were like, I don't like it. I want a refund. So I just like gave them back the money, but they like just paid me, and I was like, okay. They thought they were a school teacher, not for real. It was crazy. I need to start putting stuff on my resume I've never done and just say I can't talk about them because I signed an NDA. I actually thought about doing that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, unreleased game project. Oh, that would be so funny though. That would be literally so fucking funny if you could do that. But I feel like you would definitely get caught, you know, so maybe don't. But it would be fucking hilarious. I agree. But how did I win this star game? I'm rigging a model. How the hell did I do that? That's amazing. How much do you charge? You know, that's not a very nice question to ask. No, I'm just kidding. So right now my prices are, I believe, for a half body model, if you want it drone and rigged, £800. So that's probably like $900, I'm assuming, something like that. I think that's what it is. Full body is more, obviously. But for half body, it's around 800 right now, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I don't remember my own prices, so like don't quote me on that. I know I'm supposed to remember. I did just check my own prices every time I get commissioned. Every time somebody commissions me, I go to my fucking Twitter pinned post and I look at my commission prices. And I get out the calculator and I'm like, okay, this would be this much. That's heavy, I know. I know. We're making some very big, high quality resolution models here. They weigh a lot. It's just how it is, unfortunately. Ah! Wait until you find out about the gigabytes. Should I charge them for the time? What the hell? Honestly, I'm just grateful they told me all that on the sketch phase before I put in the time. But I also find it kind of interesting because they clearly wanted something extremely specific. So I'm not sure why they didn't pay me, like decide to pay me after the sketch. Because I offer payment after the sketch. I give the person like the sketch, and then if they like it, my terms of service state that you can get a refund if you don't like the sketch, so like I'm okay with that. But it's just like I just don't know why they decided to pay me up front if they weren't gonna be happy, you know. She's worth every penny. Exactly. Past weather caring, present weather. Surprisingly enough, right? I mean, that never happens. Past Lera does nothing but create problems for me. Oh my god, I'm gonna tell you something about past weather. You guys wanna hear it? It's insane. I found on my computer, in my like song software that I use for music stuff, I found an entire finished cover from last year. It is I'm not even talking about like, oh, it's recorded or whatever. It was mixed, it was timed, it was tuned, it had harmonies. I never make harmonies. What the fuck was I on? I was sitting there like listening to it, and I was like, this cover sounds fine. Why didn't I post it? Now I feel like it's a trap. I thought about posting it, but I feel like it's some kind of trap by the past Lera, because why the fuck didn't she post it? It was done in like December last year. Why didn't I post it, guys? Did you just forgo? I literally forgo. I saw it. I like vaguely remember working on it, but I didn't remember finishing it. I remember working on it, but I didn't remember like actually fully finishing it, because I found it in my in my music software, and I was like, oh yeah, I was working on that cover. I wonder how far I got with it. And I listened to it and I was like, wait, this is like done. I can post this tomorrow. You know? I don't know how I feel about it. Clearly something is wrong with it, guys, if I didn't post it. I changed my mind, clearly. Right? That has to be it. So what is it? What's the matter with the cover? It's an English cover. I wrote my own lyrics. I wrote my own English lyrics. I recorded it. I mixed it. I recorded the harmonies. I'm just like... What's wrong with it? Clearly something is wrong. I have a feeling that maybe I was fine and, you know, like happy with it, but I didn't have time to work on a music video. Maybe I didn't feel like making a music video, so I just kind of put it on like the back burner. And then I literally just deadass forgot. Just fucking... Because I finished another cover, my latest cover I posted. That one was kind of like a finished whip, but that one was not finished. It was recorded. Like, there was like some parts that were recorded and like mixed, but it wasn't a full cover. I had to like actually finish it. But this cover is fully done. So I'm just like, what the hell? But that was a surprise. But I don't know though, like, I feel like it might be bad. I have trust issues. I don't even trust myself, apparently. I have fucking trust. Now I'm like, no, something is wrong with the cover, clearly. Something has to be wrong with it. Like, why didn't I post it? You know, I don't know. It feels strange. It feels wrong. Trust no one, not even is literally though. Because what was I doing? What was I thinking? Man, I just realized they have this bald spot that I don't know how to cover up. I'm gonna have to draw like another like purple kind of mask for this part there because I don't think there's actually enough hair to just naturally cover it. That's on me. I'm gonna have to add that. Sorry, Keppy. I'm sorry. I'm failing you so much. But this model is my priority currently. It really is. Like, this is what I will be working on, like, all the time. I logged in last week and I sat down and I finished like all of my other commissions. Some people are wild though. Like, they show up and they're like, I need this drawing tomorrow, and I'm like, you know what? I wanna eat takeout, so I'll take it. But never do this to me again. So I was like, fine, here you go. Not even yourself, you know. I am my own worst enemy though. Like, just something is wrong with that cover, guys. Maybe it's just not that good. Well, that's not the right thing. I feel like the cover is not actually that good. I'm scared of embarrassing myself with a mid cover. I feel like my covers are finally getting better. So, you know, it's so scary. What if I post a mid cover? From past Veva. From December last year. That was months ago. I want to hear it now. Another problem is that it's another song that nobody knows. On this channel, we cover obscure Vocaloid music that nobody has ever fucking heard of. Isn't that fun, guys? Don't you love it when Lera posts a cover and you're like, yeah, I don't fucking know that song. Another reason why I'm never making it big, by the way. Just putting it out there since we've been on the topic so much. Here's another reason why Lera is never making it big. All she does is cover Vocaloid music nobody knows. Somebody stop her. Why is she like this? What would... Okay, so I think this would kind of turn like this. I always have trouble with like the back of the head rigging. Or Ghost at one time. I actually really want to cover another Ghost song. There's another Ghost song that I think is perfect for my channel. But I haven't really been able to record anything new. I really want to do another karaoke. I actually tried some new soundproofing methods that I learned about on YouTube. It did not work, by the way. How does the back of your head look like when you turn it? What does it look like? Not during the 100 cover of Mesmerizer. Or that Miku Uno song. The Miku Uno song sounds so shit. Like, hot take, it sounds bad. It's so weird. The tuning, I think it might be the tuning. Maybe the song itself is fine, just the tuning is kind of weird. Bad apple cover, yeah. But yeah, I really want to do another karaoke, but I just haven't really had much time to like practice songs either. I want to be good enough at guitar to have someone make music. Oh my god, yes, do it, because then you can record guitar for me. For my really terrible rock songs. So, you know, it's just kind of like... I don't know. I wanna, like, I tried practicing some songs the other day. But I feel like because I haven't been singing at all lately, I'm completely out of practice. Like, I was like, wow, that sounds bad. Wow, that is terrible. Oh no. I don't sing for a little bit and suddenly I'm terrible at it. Not that I was ever amazing at it, but you know. It's just ugh. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not really for me. Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's meant to be like a melodic song that you're supposed to enjoy, but yeah, it is. It's like one of those like meta songs that gets really viral, but not particularly for the sound, more just like for the memes and the visuals. I mean, that producer makes only meme songs, kind of, anyway, so it's not like a crime or anything. It's just not for me. Karaoke stream when? Let me practice. I don't know. I learned about this like sound isolation method. Not like complete soundproofing, but it's supposed to do a little bit better than, you know, no soundproofing. So it's like this thing that's supposed to block like breeze, wind coming through your door. So like you put stuff around the door gaps. And apparently that also helps with soundproofing. So I put the thing... So you put it... Like you stick one under your door, like underneath the door, for that gap under the door. And that one was okay. It worked fine. Like I stuck it and it seems to be doing okay. I don't know if it actually does any soundproofing. But the guy in the video measured the sound and everything and it did decrease. So I believe him. Then I tried these like Weber strips, which is something else another person, I think it was the same guy recommended. And basically it's like kind of like a sticky thing you put all around like the inside of your door frame, so it's also supposed to kind of cover that gap. It's basically done so that your room keeps the heat longer, which is gonna be so fun in the summer, isn't it, guys? It's like insulating, but also it works for sound as well. Apparently, allegedly. I mean, it's not very expensive. Like I didn't spend that much money on it. The bottom one worked fine, but the one you're supposed to put all around, I stuck it on my door frame, and then my door just straight up didn't close. My door just didn't fucking close, and I was like, oh, did I do it wrong? What happened? So I had to unstick it. So I don't know, did I do it wrong? Did I buy the wrong kind that doesn't match my door? I don't know. My whole life is like those YouTube fails compilations from early 2000s. That's the only way I can describe the vibes that have been my 2025 so far. Yeah, I feel like it was too thick. I like the Go-Goat cover even though I don't really listen to that kind of stuff. I actually haven't listened to that cover for like in a hot minute. I don't know if I would still like it. I usually listen to my old covers and I hate them. Okay, you're supposed to be... there. My mom says hi. Stop showing me to your parents. I'm not family friendly like that. Lera streams are not a family activity. Probably, I don't really know. I hope not. Gotta get thinner foam. Yeah, I have to look for a different kind. I'm sure I can find one that works, but this one was not it. My door just like straight up didn't close. I don't know, will it actually do a good job isolating sound? I'm just so embarrassed to do karaoke. Like the biggest thing holding me back than practicing singing and doing karaoke is that I'm just afraid of my neighbors hearing it. And I get extremely self-conscious, so I sing quieter. And it's really fucking difficult to sing quietly and sing well at the same time. Like, it's really hard to do that. So I'm just like, I need to defeat my fear. I need to either stop giving a shit and just make their lives miserable, or feel more secure with the little soundproofing With my $20 soundproofing. Introducing the VTubers you wish to your parents. Please stop doing that. We're not getting married. I don't gotta meet your parents. Sorry to break this to you. Please don't melt in the summers. Okay, my door is always open in the summer anyway. That's why I want to do the karaoke soon as well. Because it's springtime now, so it's gonna be getting warmer. And soon enough, I just straight up won't be able to stream with the door closed. So there's gonna be no karaoke during that time because it's gonna be too hot. I would suffocate in here. So I need to do the karaoke while I can still have the door. Well, I can still have the door closed, but it's less bothersome for the neighbors. I say it, but I feel like I've been laughing so fucking loud today. I'm such a fucking menace. I bet my neighbors loved the month I took off. Breaking! That one neighbor girl finally shuts the fuck up. They were celebrating my depression for real, for real. And I can't even blame them. No, it wasn't $20 for just for the weather stripping. I bought like a bunch of stuff. I also bought the new thingy for my microphone, so it was like $20 like all together around that. I promise it wasn't just $20, that would be insane. Laughing is good for you. Is it actually? You know, there's these like advertisements on the London subway for museums and galleries where they try to get you to go to the museums and galleries more because apparently that lets you live longer. Like, I'm not kidding, they claiming that there's like a scientific study that says that like looking at art and like, you know, getting like cultural enrichment or whatever makes you live longer. They're like, go to galleries, please. Maybe you can gift your neighbor. I feel like I should gift them like earplugs or something. I think it's better to knock on your neighbor's door and hand them earplugs and warn them that you will sing in a shower for a few hours. Who sings in the shower for a few hours though and talks in between? I feel like they're gonna be like, that girl is not in the shower. Her ass not taking a shower. What kind of art? Or like museum type art. Any kind of art, I'm assuming, to be honest. I mean, maybe their brain is a complicated myth. I just feel like it's so funny that that's how they try to get you to come. I've been getting... You don't shower? I do shower! I've seen shower and bath streams. That's on Twitch. Okay, we're on YouTube. This is not the other website. We don't do that here. Oops, sorry, I hit my microphone. I've also been getting these ads on YouTube. I don't even know what it is. I think it's some kind of like Parks and Rec sponsored ad where they're just telling me to go outside. I'm like, bitch, I am! God knows I'm fucking trying to go outside more these days. You don't gotta tell me. Like, I keep getting these ads where it's like, it's spring, so everything is in bloom. Go outside. Enjoy the weather. And I'm like, okay, bestie. Did you know that going outside improves your health and your mental health and everything? Like, there was this one ad I got that was like, did you know that... oh god, what was it? They were like, yeah, you know, I don't know if I'll be happy if I go out, but I know that doom scrolling will never make me happy. And I'm like, okay. They really said put down Twitter in that YouTube ad. Why are they doing that? I don't like, who's sponsoring those ads? I'm assuming it's like some kind of like parks department or something like that calling you out. I literally go outside like pretty frequently these days. Your neighbors are behind the eyes. They're like, let's get her to go outside. Make her go out, please. Me with all kinds of hay fever. Yeah, everything blooming is the problem. Oh man, the cherry blossoms have been absolutely beautiful to look at. London actually has a lot of like cherry blossoms and like flower trees in general. You don't really notice them during the summer, obviously, because they just look like any other tree. But in the spring, it's honestly really, really beautiful here. And there have been so many cherry blossoms. I was like taking pictures and I was like, I feel like if I try hard enough, I can like lie to people that I went to Japan with some of these like shots. I like actually it low-key looks like I went to Japan. I covered the bald spot. Guys, I covered the... Can I do it? Oh, no, I can't do it on this side because I don't have the same kind of hair lock. It's okay. I will make a mask for this later. The Cherry Blossom Festival, that's so nice. I love cherry blossoms. They just make me happy. Honestly, they're a good motivation to go outside. I wish they were there all year, but obviously that wouldn't make them as exciting, I guess. But still, I love cherry blossoms. So beautiful. There's like a photo spot with like a lot of cherry blossoms in this area I went to. And I'm not even kidding, there was a line. There was like a line of people waiting to take a photo there. Because it was like a really good spot, and I was standing there wondering how many of those people are gonna lie that they went to Japan, like genuinely. In Japan for cherry blossom season. Hashtag true and real. Boom, 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 boom. It's beautiful to go outside. This post was sponsored by 10,000 bees. Oh my god. Something happened to me with the bee the other day as well. I was outside as recommended by the ads, apparently. They say everything will be good if you go outside, but all I met was danger. No, not really. So you know how bees, I heard that about bumblebees. I didn't know it applies to normal bees too, unless that bee was just being a bitch. Because I heard that apparently they fly for a while and then they get tired, so they will just sit on whatever and like take a break until they feel good enough to fly again. I heard that bumblebees do that. I don't know if like regular honeybees do that, but I was just walking. I was literally walking, okay? I was an actively moving object. And this bee was... I see the bee flying, and then it just lands on my leg. It just like lands on my pants. And I'm looking down at it and I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? I'm scared of bees. But I was like, oh god, Lera, stay calm. Stay calm. It doesn't want to sting you. That's how they die. Remember, Lera, the bee is more afraid of you than you are of it. And I tried like shaking my leg and shaking my pants, but it just wasn't coming off. Yeah, while I was actually mid-walk, and it just lands on me, and it refuses to stop. And I was just there like, oh my goodness, what do I do now? And I was like, that's fine, that's okay, I'm not late or anything to where I'm going. And then the most terrifying thing starts happening is it starts crawling up my leg. And that's when I'm like, alright, buddy. How about we don't do that? Please. Please leave me alone. And I got so fucking scared. So I grabbed a leaf. I tore a leaf off of like a nearby bush and I put it there so that it crawls onto the leaf, and the second it was on the leaf, I threw it. I didn't even make sure I like put it somewhere. I fucking threw that thing so fast. I was scared. I'm sorry for that bee. I know it didn't deserve it, but I was so scared when I saw that thing crawling out my fucking leg. I was like, it is so over. Scariest experience in my life. I've been stung by a bee before, actually. It does not feel pleasant. It's not as bad as getting stung by a jellyfish. That's still worse. A jellyfish sting is something that is like one of the most painful experiences in my life, I think. It's okay, the bee was fine, I think. I didn't see its corpse on the way back. One time a wasp stung me unprovoked. Yeah, that's what wasps do though. You see bees, they're a bit more calculating because they die after they sting you, but as far as I'm aware, wasps don't. And wasps are just vicious creatures. Like, they just hate everything. They're just assholes. Like that, they're not there to get along with you. That's not their job. By the way, I need to head home from work. Bye bye, Boris. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna be wrapping up now, actually, because my brain is just not working anymore. And I need to like fix so many things about this rig, but my brain is like not functioning. So that's like for later me's problem. It's not too bad as like a base, but there's like a few small things that will make it so much better, like covering that bald spot, for example. It's not terrible, but it needs some like more work, especially the hair. Okay, just gotta make sure I saved it. Let's go to the dark pond. Yeah, wasps will just literally sting you for nothing. They will literally just do that. They hate everything. They're not even that good at pollinating like the bees. I don't know why we keep them around, honestly. I'd say kill all the wasps, whatever. Like mosquitoes. Why the fuck do we have them? What is their use? I guess they're probably an important part of the food chain somewhere. Now, what about hornets? I'm pretty sure if a hornet stings you too many times, you just straight up die. If I'm not wrong. Hornets are the really big wasps, right? Yeah. Yeah, if... I haven't seen one in ages, thank God. They were really common where I lived in Russia. But I actually haven't seen one pretty much since I moved to like Europe. I don't know why. I have not seen them in ages. Maybe they live more in rural areas, I don't know. But I think if they sting you too many times, you actually just die. Don't get me started, mosquitoes. I'm like a magnet to them. There's no mosquitoes in the UK. At least in London. I find that absolutely fascinating. Because, like, in Spain, they're there all year round. Like, even in winter, there's mosquitoes. But, I moved to London and I was like, yeah, I need to get, like, something against mosquitoes for the summer. And then the mosquitoes just never came. Literally... just none. Like, I would leave my window open at night with lights on in the summer, and there's no mosquitoes. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know, maybe like because mosquitoes like kind of like wet environments, right? They like things like swamps, lakes. So maybe London just doesn't really have that. In Spain, it's a real problem, and nothing is helping. Stop playing slots. I wish Lera was real. Well, I am not. Sometimes you just gotta accept that. I will never be real. There's no mosquitoes in most big cities. Maybe because the air is so bad. The air in London is fine though. I feel like I'm like on such copium But people keep telling me all these things about London, and I'm like, it's literally okay here. Like, it's fine. I don't know though, maybe. I know my phone has like that weather app is like, oh, here's the air quality, and it always says the air quality is good. I'm curious if they are in like other areas of the UK. I would believe that maybe it's a city thing, but I don't know, because my parents live like in Barcelona area, and there is plenty of mosquitoes there. And Barcelona is technically a big city, isn't it? I think it must be the climate. Because mosquitoes like certain climates and environments better, probably. Two mosquitoes, yeah, no, I swear to God, they're the most annoying thing ever, but I genuinely haven't had to deal with them even once since I moved here. So, I am winning in that regard. At least I'm winning at fucking something, bro. My life might be a mess, but you know I didn't get accepted into Vexpa. Okay, they told me I'm on a wait list. But that's basically a convention's version of you rejected, because nobody's gonna fucking cancel. And even if someone will cancel, I know I'm not the first person on that wait list. Like, I'm not getting in. I literally, like, nothing in my life has worked out since, like, March. Or even earlier, honestly. Like, not a single thing went well for me. I'm laughing now, but I'm literally at my limit. Hello, Carrot, how are you doing? We need to sabotage our artists. Do not do that. Do not sabotage any other poor artists. I know they need this, just like I do. It's fine. I don't know, I wonder if my portfolio wasn't that great. I didn't have time to work on more like VTuber stuff. I just didn't have time to like draw more merch. I got really busy as well on top of everything. I had like my final thing for the class I was doing just around that time. Just literally didn't have the time to properly apply. So I don't know, maybe it just wasn't that that good. No clue, but sadly no Vexpo for me. Are you seeing the new Black Battler? Oh my god, you guys better enjoy this newest Black Battler season, because that's the last good arc. You people have no idea. After this, Black Battler only goes downhill. If you're watching the newest Black Battler season, I'm not watching it because I'm just so done with that fucking thing. But enjoy it while it lasts. From there onward, it's just all downhill. There's no good Black Battler arcs after that. I hope you cherish what you have right now. They have officially animated the last good Black Battler arc. And I'm not saying that just because there's a sexy wolf man in it. Maybe I should watch it for the sexy wolf man. I might. Be strong, Lera. It'll get better. I'm so sad. I don't like. How was my first year when I like didn't have any convention experience? Like I kept getting into conventions, and now I'm like, yeah, look at all these conventions I've done before. Sexy wolf, but sadly a man. The lesbians are crying. He's not a wolf. He's like he's just like a dude. But I think he's like supposed to like resemble a wolf. He doesn't actually turn into a wolf as far as I'm aware. I think they hinted at it, but I don't think he actually does. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I read that fucking arc. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just wanted to do conventions. And I can't sell online because I was like, oh, maybe I can sell online. Since I'm not going to any conventions this year, apparently. But there's that new fucking Europe rule thingy, but I still don't know if they did any clarifications for small businesses or not, where it just makes it really complicated to send to the EU. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to sell online if I can't even sell to like a bunch of countries now, apparently, because they just made it so complicated. It's so weird. It's literally so weird. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Just like Black Battler, my life is all downhill from here, apparently. There's no more good arcs left in the Lera life. Truly, truly, art imitates life. Selling land would be nice. I don't know. I feel bad just selling to the Americans. You know what I mean? Oh god, and the Americans have to like pay tariffs for shit too. I actually know, like, don't you guys have to like pay extra fees for shipping now or something like that? I actually have no idea. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I still don't know how that shit works. You not even have heard of the way through with my life? Yeah, I know. But god. God, it's not going great. I have no clue it's obvious. Really, it's like I keep reading about it and I don't understand shit. I just keep seeing... do you have any non-American viewers? Yes, I do! I have like 3, and they're all German. Show some respect for the German Duckult members. I'll tell you my channel statistic. Those are like never accurate though, but it does tell you countries, doesn't it? Let's see. I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't know what I'm still doing here. I'm talking too much. It's like 11 PM already. Audience. Where do they show? There you go. Top geographies. United States. United Kingdom is second. Probably, I don't actually know who those people are. Then Germany in 3rd place. Then apparently it's the Philippines and Mexico. A whopping 0.4% is Mexico. Who's watching me from Mexico? Hi, besties. I must be like in a horrible time zone for the Philippines. Yapping is good for the soul. I'm just complaining at this point though. I don't like it when I get too complainy. You know what I mean? USA. It's so funny, like United States like 40% and then everything else is like 1-2%. Tragic. Spotify statistics for some reason show cities, which is like really random as well. My parents are Mexican. Did you introduce me to your parents? Are they watching me from Mexico? That would be... that would be funny. Shout out to my fans in Mexico, Philippines, Germany, and apparently United Kingdom. I don't know. I feel like the United Kingdom is just me watching it from my laptop when I need to read chat. Yeah, Lera, I have so many fans in the United Kingdom and it's just me on my laptop. Making sure that I can actually look at the chat. Germany mentioned, hell yeah. Oh, they live in America? Okay, then it's not here out of those parents. The mysterious Mexican viewers. You don't pop out chat? I do on my laptop. I don't have another monitor. Why do you guys think I'm so shit at reading your messages? It's because I can't see them. I have my laptop and that's where I read the chat, but it's like really inconvenient because the laptop is really far away. Just when I began stream claiming how good my setup is. So you open the stream. Yeah. Why? Is there another way to do it? Well, no, I have the stream like muted. Basically, I just have like the chat. I have it popped out. But it's like... it's not actually running. I'm just looking at the chat. Lera needs funds for second monitor. You guys already did that once and then I ran away with your money, remember? Okay, that's not exactly what happened. Please don't sue me. From YouTube Studio. Like the live streaming tab on YouTube Studio. I mean, it's the same as the stream. Does it really matter that much? I don't really think it matters. No, that's exactly what happened! No, it's not! No, it fucking isn't! I remember. That's not what happened! That is not what happened. Do not try to turn me into this scammer. I didn't do like an official crowdfunding or anything like that, okay? It's past midnight again for me, you time stealer. Sorry about that. I'm ending stream now. I'm gonna go now. Like, actually, guys, don't worry. You can have your time back for the night. Oh my god. I just saw the pile of laundry I need to do on my bed. Guys, let's never end stream. Let's talk forever. Please, guys, please don't make me do laundry. So, guys, how have you been? Anything interesting happening? How about we chat for another 3 hours? That's for future. That's not my job. So, guys, how's it going? How is everything? It's been so long. We should catch up. Bestie, I have work tomorrow. No, you don't. We will stream forever and we'll never do anything to get out of laundry. She's going to make us lose time again. But I just don't want to do laundry. Push it to the side. Step up your procrastination game. I'm trying. Clearly, I'm fucking trying, man. Oh, I gotta do it. I gotta do it before I go to bed. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming today. I promise the rig will look so much better when I actually fix it and everything about it. Oh god, I'm looking at the hair now and I'm like, that's not right, but okay, that's fine. I will work on this. But I'll see you guys on Friday for more Halo. I don't know, we might finish Halo, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we have that much left, but the chapters have been getting weirdly longer as well. So we will see. If I finish it, that'd be cool. But I will see you on Friday, otherwise. Bye bye.